way to stand these up tall-wise, is there? Well, kind of. Easier to read that way on the website. And probably that too. You good, Kagi? You need help?
No, I got it.
Alright. Well, let's go ahead and start. Alright. Just wrote down a little something for the beginning. In war, there are two constants, death and money. The land you live in is currently in a war of expansion, and seeking new lands to tame comes at a cost. One that the nobles weigh on scales each day. East is the direction of conquest. 2 port cities have been established on the newly found continent, and soldiers are sailed across the sea daily. To aid in the foundation of civilization, the merchant guilds are lining their pockets with the gold of the kingdom, offering their ships up for a price. Arcane and magical schools are in all-time high attendance, with nobles sending their children away so that they may be safe from having to go into battle. Tales of massive beasts and warriors the size of houses are told in taverns throughout the land. Today we're going to figure out who you all are and how you fit into this world. Welcome to the first episode of Cast Awaken. This is the session 0, where all of our players are going to figure out who they're playing, what they're playing, do their backstories. We'll talk about backstories and stuff. Any backstory stuff that you want to keep secret from other players, please don't tell me, but anything that, is world knowledge and things that would, cities that you're from, that's perfectly fine. Just anything you want to keep secret, don't tell me. So, yeah, let's talk about it.
Cool. Do we want to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got some sponsors for the stream.
Are they sponsors or
affiliates?
We're affiliates.
We're affiliates.
Yeah, we're affiliates. So we have Stints Built, computer creation company, build for all your computer needs, especially with these 5090s that just came out. If you need a computer built, Stints Built will get you taken care of. Use code CHEERY, CHEERY.
Cheery.
Yep, Cheery for $100 off whenever you're building your new computer. Also, Stack Up is a military charity supporting active and veteran services members throughout gaming supplies, air assaults, and the Overwatch program. Learn more at www.stackup.org.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Stack Up's awesome. I actually got a dice from Stack Up that they sent me. It is a D20 right here. Nice metal dice.
Ooh, that's
Stack
pretty.
Up dice.
That's
Yeah.
nice one, yeah.
Nice heavy.
Is it
I know.
anodized?
When did
Yeah.
the 5090s come out?
2 weeks ago?
A week ago, yeah.
Since he was
CES,
posting
yeah.
stuff all week about, like, if you want a new build, I got it. They're already ordered and coming to the shop.
Lucky. I
Yeah.
just bought a 4070, 60, something. Ugh.
60?
I think it was a 70. I can't remember.
Whatever the higher one was.
All right, so I've already talked with some of you, most of you, about what you're playing, and how it correlates. Cagney, still don't know what you're playing. Trevor,
Up in
don't
the
know
air.
what you're playing.
So half of us you talked to, and half of us, there's no idea.
Also, this is our first stream,
In-person stream.
in-person stream, first recorded video of this session. Hi, my name's Jordan Foster. I'm an actor, and I like to play video games and Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Everyone just go around the table,
Well, I'll go next since we're brothers. I'm Ian Foster.
You guys are brothers?
Also an
No
actor. Trying to make my way through that struggling actor life here in Atlanta, and love D&D. So excited to get back to an in-person game. This is our first in-person session in, 5 years?
Yeah, it's been so long.
Yeah.
No, we played some one-shots.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we did a couple one-shots
Occasionally.
on occasion, yeah. But, yes,
In your
Full
living room.
campaign.
I love in-person so much. Yeah.
I'll go. I'm Tora Morton. I got into D&D because of these three, and I do art. I like video games, and
Our resident artist.
Tor draws
Yeah.
our characters.
Yes, all
I
of our characters
will
are-
once I find out what they are.
I'm Cagney. That's in the better of my head.
You always do.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards a beefy boy, I think, in this one.
A beefy boy?
Yeah.
Also a struggling actor.
Oh, yeah,
They're
that's
in
it.
the same
Yeah.
world.
Yes, yes.
I think everyone at this table is, except for Tor. We keep trying to get you onto sets and stuff, but
I just don't like this is the first time being on camera that I'm kind of okay with. I couldn't do it for TV and movies probably. Maybe this will be my gateway. Who knows?
And you, sir?
My name is Trevor. I am also a starving, struggling actor living here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. I know these two guys from working together, and it's my first game. So
first time ever.
first time ever. Green as a cucumber. So
The cheery.
Just a baby.
just a little one, I tell you. So it should be fun.
Yes.
It's gonna be great. Okay. So I already know this. I haven't done a session 0 in a long time. Everything we talk about here is going to be above table, meaning that some stuff you learn here today as players, you won't use as your character in game. So information you may learn like
Our knowledge, not
Yeah.
the character's knowledge.
our knowledge, not the character's knowledge. Yeah. Which book
Notebook.
would you like? Or take notes in, possibly.
Do you want this one? Are you good at that one?
Yeah, I got a bunch of those, but apparently only one came when I thought
Oh.
a bunch. Yeah.
I got 2 bookmarks.
Very nice. Love a good moleskin.
Yeah, so information we learned today may be above table, so your character may not know it. Role playing. It was already written in.
Have to chop out half the pages.
Yeah. Okay.
But so my other books didn't come, so I had to.
This is my book.
Oh my
That's-
god, it's so
yeah, I
tiny.
remember
So, well,
Yeah.
this is
That's
from
from,
Vampire
Vampire
Diaries.
Diaries.
Oh.
Check it out.
Oh, that was the
It's
Renfair
got
one
some
you got.
stuff in it. Is from.
Oh, you got it from the lot
From the
sale.
estate sale,
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I have no idea what any of these sigils mean.
I
Playing the
thought,
character that I'm playing, I thought it was very fitting.
yeah.
So I already know Tor and Ian. They're playing tieflings
Yes.
in this world. Cagney, you were on the fence about a Warforge.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, I decided I'm gonna go Warforged Barbarian on this.
Warforged Barbarian.
I think I kind of mentioned a little bit to you. So,
Nice.
2024 or 2014 rules.
I'll
Which
make
one are
it
we
work with both. It's just some character sheets are going to look different if you base your character, if you start it on the 2024 stats or the 2014 stats.
Yeah, because I'm
Um,
on 2014 because of sorcerer shit. So.
Yeah. Sorcerer's changed a little bit. They're, you wouldn't get stuff until 3rd level in 2024, whereas Sorcerer 2014 Player's Handbook Edition, you would get it at 1st level, like certain cantrips or ability or features that your character would have.
Right.
It's probably up to your preference.
Yeah,
at that
it's your
point.
preference. I'll make it work whichever way because
I don't know much
You want
about
me
the
to
20.
put one of these in there?
yeah, that's
So
why
that we
we
can-
pulled that out. If you
I just
wanna-
don't know which one
They're all
people are
just
gonna
Like
eat.
this.
They're all just. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have no idea what the changes were to 2024 Barbarian. So,
If
They're
you
in
find
the
out
quantity.
you wanted it to be the 2014 later, we can switch it around. I'll make it work whichever way.
Yeah.
If there's a feature that
we'll
is
figure it
locked
out together.
until level 3 or something. That's
Oh,
the
you
biggest
still-
thing is a lot of spells. You as a Warforge and Barbarian, I don't think anything's locked behind the level 3 because you don't have
Yeah.
any spells. And that's what really changed is locking spells behind upgrading to level 3. Also, with
Yeah, 'cause it's not
sorcerers, they
created,
don't know
so
they're
after it's
packed
created, you'll be able to-
until, or warlocks don't know they're packed until level 3, which is really weird in the new 2024 because
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I feel like you would make that deal immediately and know
But
who your patron
upon
is.
becoming
when,
a warlock.
Right.
Yeah.
It was very weird the way they
Same
did
with
that.
Yeah.
sorcerers, because you're
Um,
born with the magic.
Are
so.
you going off 2014 Player's Handbook or 2024?
sorcerer?
That's what we were just
Oh
talking
no,
about.
you're sorcerer. So
Yeah.
I'm warlock. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm actually gonna try the 2024 style.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm not
good
getting
luck.
I'm not getting my patron until level 3.
Oh my
So
God.
even though
So it's like
so
the
I'm
preliminary pact.
it's
You're
like-
in
so
training for
it's
a
like
pact.
I'm flavoring it because I know who it is, and I've talked to them before in my work, like in my character has, but I'm not actually like completely serving them yet. so.
Okay.
Ian, can you do me a favor real quick and look on the computer over there and make sure the desktop audio is green when I'm talking?
Where is desktop audio?
It's going to be on OBS. It'll be the audio sources on the right side. Instead of being gray, just making sure it's green. I just want to make sure the audio is working and we're not talking for no reason.
What, G92?
No, it says desktop audio. Scroll up on the audio sources then, if you don't see one that says
Hang on.
desktop audio.
I got it right.
I just see, oh, I see. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, cool.
Get rid of one
I
of
fixed it.
those. No, you're not doing both.
You're just doing both, 2024 and
Technically, you could take like half levels in 2014 and half in 2024 through
Oh yeah,
this.
first level of barbarian, first level of
Jesus.
one level. Well, actually, that's 2 levels. You have 2 levels.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Can't
can't
do
do
it.
levels.
So what do you think about Trevor? What do you want to play?
Like my character,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be a barbarian.
barbarian. Nice.
Oh, you
Two
too?
barbarians.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
I might switch up then. That's pretty good for a good one to do as a first timer. Very
Yeah.
simple, straightforward. You hit stuff hard.
No spells to keep track of,
Okay.
That too.
for the most part.
Just a sword and a pistol. I
Yeah.
guess.
What kind of species?
Human.
Human barbarian. Nice. Awesome.
And his name is Gorb Vital.
Gorb Vidal.
Vital.
Vital.
With a T.
Nice.
Yeah, Vital. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, the world you all will be living in is called Vandalier.
Van or ban?
With a V.
Vandalier. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like a mini
A
version.
van down by the river.
And I suggest writing on this with a pencil.
Okay.
Because a lot of the
It'll
stuff on
change.
there is going to change.
Okay.
When you level up and things like that.
Awesome.
We can bring some more next time too. You got a lot
Yeah, I
of
couldn't
pencils.
find a pencil
Yeah,
sharpener. I've got a
when we
Yeah,
built this
I
table,
have-
we tried to put the hard surfaces around the edges because I think, because with paper, it's like,
Showing
Not yet.
yeah, it'll poke through, yeah. So we were thinking about that. We're like, how are people going to write on this padding?
I mean, it's doable.
just
but
good.
it's thick
Yeah.
paper too, so
Oh,
it
okay.
helps.
Okay. I was just being cautious, you know.
Oh man. So we're gonna have. Are warlocks full casters or are they half?
Warlocks are half casters, I think, right?
For
Or
the
they
most
full-
part, I mean, they cast a bunch. They don't. In the eyes of D&D, they're half casters.
Okay.
But
They
I
do-
mean,
it's
Because
it's
they
a lot
don't
of
fully rely on magic.
it's a lot of magical
it's a
spell work.
lot of magic work. But they.
You also have like no spell slots. Though.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. That's a thing.
That's
with
why.
warlocks.
Short rest. though.
Short rest. You
Short
get them
rest.
back.
Warlocks are also proficient with weapons,
Right.
whereas they have weapon proficiencies, whereas like sorcerers or
You can wear
I have
medium.
some.
yeah, they do they're not as proficient. There's not as many choices.
Yes.
And you can also wear armor, and I think you can
Yeah,
wear
I can't wear
medium
armor
medium
at all.
armor as a hexblade, and light armor as a regular one.
I am squishy. This is my first time playing such a squishy full caster.
All right, I'm gonna go rogue then.
You're gonna go rogue.
Is it the Owlin one or the? Which one is the?
The Allen was the ranger. I was thinking about.
Who's the rogue?
That's the what's the race called? Ethereal?
Oh,
Ethereal.
Etherean?
Etherine.
E3.
It's a new species, new to us. It is in Saddlebagged Handbook. Etherins are brand new, so I've been reading a lot about them. They step between planes,
That is good for a
between
rogue.
the ethereal plane and the plane that we're on. So sort of like Nightcrawler.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know
It's
you
gonna be a
want to
cool
be a
dynamic.
All right, all
Nightcrawler.
right.
Yeah.
I'll
you
go
do.
rogue. I'm gonna do the 2024 rogue.
Okay,
See what's different.
for sure.
Look at all that blue.
Yeah. All right. So
What do you mean?
barbarian,
You got-
warlock, rogue,
Sorcerer.
sorcerer. Let's roll some hit points.
Oh lord.
Oh yeah.
Do
All right.
we reroll ones?
So we're gonna take. You're gonna get your hit dice. Whatever it specifies on D&D Beyond as what your hit dice is. It'll say a D8, a D6, a D10, whatever it is. And you will roll for level 1. Is it just 1?
You
Yeah.
want? Yeah.
That's
Wow.
that's one, man. Yeah.
I mean,
Now-
a lot of people do max for
A lot
level
of
one.
people do take the max dice as their first level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
You-
you roll for consecutive, like every level after.
Yeah, because if like
Because
It's up
Trevor
to,
rolls
it's
a
up to
2.
you.
the max I
what
can
you
get
want.
is 9 right
All right,
now.
I will give you an
8.
option. You can roll. I will give the option to since we're starting out. You can take the max of your hit dice, or you can roll 2 hit dice,
Okay.
but neither of them can be the top 2 number.
So 5 or 6.
Hmm?
So like if you have a D6 for your hit die, it can't be a 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's make it just the top 1 number.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take the max.
Let's make it just the top.
Yeah.
Neither of the 2 dice can roll max, but I'll give you the choice. Roll 2 dice. Neither of them can roll the max number, or just take the 1 single dice max hit point. I'll give you that option.
Roll 2 dice.
That is very
Interesting. That's
tempting.
very tempting.
Very tempting.
I could almost double my hit points right off the bat.
Almost, but
Almost.
there is the chance.
There's a chance
because-
that I roll 2 once.
Yeah, there is the chance.
Can you edit your character sheets in this?
If you do roll 2 ones, I'll let you re-roll one of them.
One of them.
How do we?
So, what's your hit dice? Trevor?
D12.
D12. All right. Roll.
Yeah, so grab a D12.
Do you want to roll, or do you want to take the max of 12?
I'll roll 1.
All right.
All right, which one is that? Is that...
It
Well,
looks
if you're
like
gonna
this.
roll, I'd roll 2.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
you get-
roll,
you
yeah,
get to
roll
roll
2.
two.
Roll
Roll
2.
2 of these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. That's not the same.
You might have
That's
to
a
get a different
20.
kind. Yeah.
So each set has
Okay.
one of each
So I
dice
need to
in it.
pick 2 off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There we go.
2 and a 5.
Okay.
7.
7 of 12. I feel like it's a higher reward for squishy people like me, because I only get D6s.
You gonna roll?
You gonna roll 2 or take the 6?
I don't know. Because the max I can get right now is 9. That's all I got. I don't want to be so squishy.
You could roll a 10, so 5 and 5.
Yeah. But my luck is not that good. Screw it. I'll try it. Why not?
Yeah, so,
What was, do I just re-roll the max one?
What
I got a
is it?
6 and a 4.
Yeah, re-roll the max
max
one.
one.
Yeah.
HP. Roll.
Okay.
It wants you to
meant to
have
be.
that 6.
Oh, 6.
6. So
So it's a max.
You evened out.
Good. Okay.
I'm just thinking the
Not
max.
bad.
I'm just thinking my D8.
D8.
Oh,
Yeah, we
no.
take the 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm taking the whole D8.
Over here.
I'm not trying to tempt
So
fate.
after it's all calculated in, you'll see this sheet at the end, and then we'll start.
Yeah. All right, and with Cagney's gonna take the max. Ian, what are you gonna do?
Taking the max.
Taking the max.
I'm a warlock. I'm squishy.
Okay, so after that, we're now gonna roll our abilities. These are gonna be the ability scores. So,
Oh, we're doing that now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I already have them all done.
Yeah, we're gonna roll
Session
them now. You're gonna roll 4 d6s.
Mm-hmm.
6s.
Drop the lowest and re-roll 1s. And I suggest
You can grab
So-
any of these.
What do you mean by drop the lowest?
so If you roll like a
So you're-
6, a 5, a 3,
Because
and
you're
a
only
2,
going to count.
you drop the 2.
You're only going to count 3 of the dice.
Oh, okay.
So you drop your lowest score
Yeah.
out of the 4.
You're not going to want to, like, say you roll 3 3s and a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, you're not gonna take the
You're
one
not going to
instead
take
of
the
the 3.
2.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Re-roll ones once.
One second. Yeah. Reroll ones. Give me 1 second. Everyone has their. So we're gonna do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
Yep.
So write down these total numbers somewhere, and you'll distribute them where you want on your stats.
Okay.
Wait, no, you're fine. Do you need
6
another
times,
one?
right?
Yeah, 6
many?
times.
How many is
You
it?
need 4.
Alright.
4?
You need 4.
2 6. I can have one of these.
You need another d6.
Okay.
I've got plenty.
Oh wait,
That's
that's
a 4.
Sorry.
I've got
Messed
plenty
me
of them
up.
over here, dude.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So Jordan, if I had 2 1s, I roll.
Yes, you can re-roll both of those once.
Once.
So you'll take the 5, you'll drop the 1.
I
So
also
your
got
total,
2.
Would be
you'll add those up.
13.
13.
13. Yeah.
Oh my god.
6 6 6.
Nice.
Nice roll.
First roll. Yep.
Jesus.
12.
18.
18.
Oh, that's gonna be my
Okay, yep.
strength.
That one into. Nope. This one.
Good lordy. It's not.
Okay.
Roll it again. Is it?
That's a good one on the
If
first
it's a
one.
1.
Yeah,
just
on
a
each
one
time we
roll
do it, yeah.
Okay, you can do it.
But what'd you get for that last one?
19.
The max is 18 that you can get.
So do I need to re-roll?
So-
No, just
So you can only count up 3 of them.
you only
Yeah.
count up 3.
Yeah.
The best
The
3
best
of the
3
4.
that you have.
Best 3 out of 4.
But I don't want to take that high roll away from you.
Okay.
So it would. What would your? Do you remember the lowest number that was
It
there?
would be 16.
It would be 16. All right,
If
yeah,
I
16.
drop one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep rolling freaking 1. 2 1s and 2 6s.
6 6 5.
Oh, you're getting
Jesus
good rolls,
Christ.
Gaggy.
Well,
Why are you lucky all of a sudden?
6. Well, that was yours.
Yeah.
6.
Damn. 2 6s, 2 5s.
17. I'm just gonna hold on to these dice the whole game. 12. Perception is wisdom?
Yes.
And we get 1 reroll with the lowest?
You re-roll
You re-roll
once,
Once.
but
Once,
you
okay.
drop
Okay.
the
Drop
lowest
Gotcha.
the lowest.
Gotcha, okay.
on your, so like,
Well, like, cause I got 2 2s, that's what I was
Yeah.
asking to make sure.
Last roll. Come on, 6s. 5.
not
Alright. Pretty middle of the board for me, but that's alright. I'll take it.
I only
Alright,
got
so
1 above the 15. Shoot.
on your character,
The sheet?
well, no, pull it up on this first.
Okay.
I'll go through it with you. So we'll go to abilities. So now you'll pick which numbers you want to put into each of these
Is
slots.
it a caveat?
Okay.
So with the barbarian, strength is going to be your main modifier. So you're going to want to put your highest number in that, and then constitution flavors very well with the barbarian as well. So your
Okay.
2 highest numbers you're going to want to put in strength and constitution, and then the rest
Okay,
of them
not
just
too
kind of
bad.
filter in where you think you might want.
Not too bad.
Okay.
Not too bad. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My strength is still a
Good-
9.
good rolls.
So
Yeah, yeah.
I only got
Alright.
And then look down the line on your
I got a
abilities.
9,
and
11,
stuff.
11,
Oh,
12,
this is it.
13, and 17.
Yeah, it's gonna. So these right here. The,
I don't know whether
anything
I
that
should
you
put the
think your
17
character
into
would be
Dex or
good at,
Charisma.
like better, like
You
strength
need to
and
put
con.
charisma.
As a barbarian, you're gonna be your top
As a
2.
sorcerer.
But any other things,
know.
you know,
Because that's
like
your caster.
strength and
You
charisma
want it
and
to be
stuff.
pretty high.
If you think you want to be good at one of those, see its correlating thing and
With
try to
whatever
make
this
that
is
one a
over
little
here.
bit higher.
Okay.
Yeah. like charisma. If you want to be a charismatic, you might put something, one of your higher numbers in charisma, which is, yeah.
Charisma, that would be persuasion or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then just transfer all of those numbers over here to that left side.
Yeah, whichever in the slots that you wanted. Yeah.
Okay.
You put them all there in your.
Does that
character
go above?
sheet. That's gonna go in your
Circle.
little number.
Little
Or,
number?
yeah, the circle.
Okay.
That the large number is gonna be the modifier, so it's gonna be like a +1 or +4.
See, I do it the other way. My large one is the, and then the gauges them.
Yeah, I like doing it. The modifier is the most likely thing to change, so that's why I
Bigger
like
space.
putting it in the bigger space because
Okay.
erasing and changing and stuff like there. Your class is gonna determine your modifier, so barbarians get additions to their strength and like whatever subclass you choose later from the barbarian lineage, it'll upgrade and stuff. And D&D Beyond will do that all for you. We just want to do character sheets also because sometimes D&D Beyond is down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not always the most reliable.
So do we put the number we put in or the total that's listed below
So,
that?
all right. So check this out. So you put all your numbers in. So it'll calculate for you. Like, so you have a +3 modifier there, for your strength. Let's see what
A
other
short bow?
modifiers you have.
Is longbow dex or strength?
All right. So you get this hermit ability from the hermit class that you got. It gives you
I'm just trying to
+1,
figure out if
so
I should
your
take short bow or
constitution actually
longbow
goes to 17.
for
I think
a
heavy
dex
crossbow
base.
is the
So,
only strength-based one.
I can't remember.
You'll input all.
I don't really
these,
use a bow and arrow enough to remember.
After we finish,
Okay.
and it'll look like
Because
this.
of whatever we choose.
It'll look
we'll
like
do
this.
that.
Yeah, it'll change. It might give you a +1
I think
or a
it's
+2
dex
something.
because
But it'll look like this.
I think a bow
on
is
the finished
dex.
page.
Maybe, I don't know.
So right
Because
there.
Visara had a longbow and he's dex-based, and it was the same as his monk weapon. So,
Do you know off the top of your head?
What?
Is a longbow dex or strength?
Normally dex, but you can use strength. I mean,
I'm
that's-
just curious because, being a rogue, like I didn't know if short bow and longbow are both dex or if one's dex and one's strength.
dexterity.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Just want to let everybody out there know that TikTok is back, apparently.
Oh,
Oh
really?
wow.
Yeah, I got a notification.
Crazy.
Oh Lord, I already deleted it.
Yeah, it's probably going to stay off my phone for a little bit.
Yeah. It's all a PR stunt now.
Zero.
Oh, that changed all my skills.
So it's something cool about the longbow in the new 2024 core rule set. If you hit someone with a longbow, if you
Slow?
damage someone, it slows
Yeah.
them. Slows
That's
their
what I was
speed
thinking
by
of.
10 feet.
Oh yeah.
At the start of your
Until the
turn.
next round.
Is that with the 2024 thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, the properties.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the heavy crossbow can push them up to 10 feet when you hit.
Yeah. The
And
speed
then-
reduction doesn't exceed 10 feet though. Like if you hit them twice, it's not 20 feet. It's,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
just the one time. Yeah.
I
What
know
is your strength score?
Mine?
Mhm.
13.
It's
Yeah,
13.
it has to
Okay,
be 13.
good. It has to be 13 or you have disadvantage with the longbow.
Yeah.
So it is strength based, not
Yeah,
dex.
it's strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
All right. So let's move on to.
Or, I mean, you can also use dex.
Let's do your, because you already chose your
It's
species,
versatile.
right?
Heavy
So
weapon,
species.
I
Right,
mean,
you need to choose
a
your
ranged
size.
weapon is either dex
I would
or
choose medium.
strength sometimes. With a longbow, it'd be dexterity.
Speed.
Or you can use either dexterity or strength. They
I'm
both
just going through and
they
make
both
sure
have
you
to be
everything
13.
selected properly.
I do not see
Backgrounds,
anything but the
shows,
core
hermits, awesome.
races on here, by the way.
Let's go through to
You're
your
in the
starting
campaign?
equipment. So pick your starting equipment.
Yeah.
You can get one out of each of these
What
sections.
lies beneath?
And
Yeah.
the 75 GP.
That's gold, gold pieces. So
Okay.
in the game,
Currency.
you could use that
Hmm.
gold to go and buy
see all
things
these?
like this,
Okay.
or you can just
I've
go
already
and
made
start
mine,
with this,
so-
but not have 75 gold pieces to start with.
Hmm.
Does he?
And then the same thing with this, you can start with either that or 50 gold pieces.
Are you?
Did it not show Warforge or something?
No, I'm going, the
Yep,
rogue.
Oh,
the
right.
Ethereum?
I don't see anything
select
with the
one
core
out of
races in there.
the group.
Oh, yeah.
So you gotta select one in this
Hmm.
group and this group. So you get starting equipment as a hermit as well.
Maybe try to reload the app.
There you
Hold
go.
on. I'm making sure you're in the campaign.
Alright, and
Yeah, good.
then now you can go and look at your sheet.
Yeah, you weren't in the campaign. You just did a normal create character.
There we go. Oh, do you want the Wi-Fi? It'll go a lot
Yeah.
smoother.
Let's see.
And the new, so a longbow is dex based.
So Ghost Protocol.
So your dex needs to be 13,
Yeah, I'll put
or you'll
that-
have
yeah, it's pretty
disadvantage.
long.
I got you.
What you guys getting into over there?
Setting all of
Yeah,
my
right there.
things.
Yeah.
We're almost done.
So I am in
with
there.
Yeah.
My whole
Where
little
did
That's
you
not
thing.
the, that's
Nice.
not the character.
So I'll just
I
need
made
to
that my
like re-sign
other
into
profile.
this and it'll
Yeah, I
pop up.
know.
I have to make it different.
Cool beans.
Just new one's not on there.
Okay. Well. Is this the one you were just making?
Mm,
There you go. And now refresh this.
I'll
and
figure
you
it
should
out.
be able to pick your character.
Yep.
It's your
Level 1 human for me.
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yeah.
You have two that are
I
sitting
know,
here.
I know.
Did you find
to
it?
look at whenever.
We're gonna restart the app
Okay.
because it
It's
should
crazy
be
how like, all
working.
this is
But
just like interconnected.
Yeah.
I wonder like when they first started playing, like they just had sheets of
That's
paper.
it. That's all we had was sheets. And
A
the
dollar
thing
and a
is,
dream.
D&D is a lot of math. So calculating your proficiencies and your the things that you're good with in wisdom, or I'm just saying some random ones, wisdom, charisma, or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to calculate that yourself when you just have a paper sheet and you have to write it in. Like you would have to calculate that you have a +3 to your Constitution saving throw. Now, where does that come from? It comes from, could be things from your background that you've chosen, or your class, or your species. You'd have to read through all of your list of like what gives you what, and then calculate that you get that +3 saving throw. But with D&D Beyond, it takes a lot of that math out of it because it already calculates it for you.
Cagney, if you want to
But
go
yeah, now you can
into the
start
campaign on
filling
that,
your stuff in.
Uh-huh.
just
So this would-
click on the campaign. You'll see
So
some
these-
unassigned
yeah, so that's
characters
just-
down
okay,
there,
like
and you can go ahead and
+3
claim
right
the
there.
one
Yeah,
you
you
made,
+3.
lock on
Okay,
it.
gotcha.
You see that?
It won't let me click on it in that thing. Hold on.
And do I update the numbers that are in the smaller column right there?
So if they're correct, leave them that way. If they need to be changed, update them.
Okay.
Because like I said, that math
Jesus,
took
this
place
scared me.
and gave you those bonuses.
I understand
you
what's
know.
going on now.
Gotcha.
sorry. Oh my god. Grabs.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Gorb has also brought some of his delicacies from his hermit place.
Mm.
Where we're from, we call them ding dongs.
Nice.
So if anyone is brave enough to try the tapas of our culture.
Do you think, so I have some places you might be from in the world.
Okay. Bismarck, North Dakota. No.
How do I?
What's up?
How do I, like, this is my main profile, but how do I unassign him
And
to
fill them
me?
in.
And then if it's dotted,
Which
that means
one?
you have
Is
proficiency.
Lachlan
So
in
you'll
here,
fill
the
that
one that's already made in here.
Okay.
Do you know how I do
I
that?
see Lachlan as unassigned currently.
Yeah, he
Really?
hasn't been claimed.
Yeah.
You claimed Locke.
Okay,
the
hold on,
Warforged.
hold on.
As a barbarian, there's a, and you're nomadic. You think you said, or
Hermit.
hermit. Okay, yeah. I have a few options for where you would have been from.
Okay.
What's the name of where we're from? The city? Jatol?
Jatol.
Yeah,
Jatol.
Mhm.
You two are from Jatol,
Yeah.
which is a port city. Let me. I don't have the map printed off, but I do have in Discord. You joined the Discord, right?
Yes.
All right. In the maps section,
Mhm.
at the very bottom under Vandalier,
Okay.
I posted some maps in there, and there's a map of the world that's labeled with some different names. Ian, where's Discord on your computer?
Is this the one with the
Top
Sea
here.
of Moonshay?
Oh, that's
Is it an old one?
that's a different
A different map.
map
It's
section.
it's
Vandalier, okay.
Vandalier,
Okay, dope. There's the port city. Jatol.
Mm-hmm.
where me and Tor are from.
yeah. I haven't made any of the other cities, but if you look at the world map,
Alright, so tiny on this shit. Can't fit everything on here.
you should be able to zoom in if you open a browser. I'm not sure about on the phone.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it.
There is a place just next to Dallow,
Yeah.
which is in the northwestern part-ish. So there's a little tented area over there. I think
To the left.
to the left. I think your guy might be from there.
I think so too.
It's not named. It's sort of
An untouched area.
a tribe of people live around there in the foothills of those mountains. Yeah.
That's perfect.
I'm actually gonna go throw this up on the stream real quick so the stream can see the map instead of a bunch of food.
Make sure you don't step on that table.
Oh, yeah, gold. Oh, Lord.
Alright, let's check you out over here, see what you got going. Alright, so, we got some senses down here. The only one on this sheet that they have it made for is passive perception, which is based off of your wisdom. You put a 14 there for that. And then in this section down here on the first line, you'll fill that one in, write a 12, and then passive investigation, and then the next line, write 14, passive insight.
Okay.
Yeah, these things don't like to stand up.
You're right. Work.
Nope, no more senses. So here, and we'll go to your skills. Check out your skills. So skills is going to start here, and then you'll go through and you'll start filling out all of these things on here.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for guiding me. I have no idea.
Yeah, no problem.
Everyone's got to learn
yeah.
in some way.
Right.
It's a lot to do in like the very beginning.
Honestly, the only reason that I got good at any of this was because of Baldur's Gate 3. So,
Really?
yeah. I was pretty lost before that game. Lore-wise and just mechanics-wise.
I love a good RPG.
A good one.
All right, the map is now behind you guys.
Nice.
Like here?
Yep.
Nice.
I'm from there. No.
In this general direction.
Other way.
There?
Other way.
From there?
Yeah. Up there somewhere.
Investigation.
All right, Cagney, what part of the world do you think you're from?
I don't know. I feel like what's a war-torn area of this world
So,
that has seen war in the past? I guess.
Well, there's currently an active war going on.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
there's an active war going on, but it's on a separate continent than most of these people live. So the current warring continent, the continent that has war going on, is the two settlements that have been built there are pretty new. They're 4 years old. The settlements there.
Okay.
So I don't think you'd be from any of those places, just because no one's really been there yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
War in the past would have been 200, 300 years ago when the last exploration, last conquering of lands happened. So you could have grown up in a place that had seen it a while ago. Yeah.
I might do that then, because eventually I want to do that Grim Surgeon thing
Okay.
with him. So
That's where you're gonna go into.
yeah.
Well, so if you do that, then I wouldn't say you'd have to be from a place of war. You would just learn that alongside of being part of the current war. So you may have been in the war or part of the war efforts for the last 4 years. Learn and
Yeah.
gain some knowledge
Okay.
about that along those lines. I will say the largest city is called Yaving. It's just north of Jatol. And then there's Zrashburn, which is south of Jatol. A bit of it's sort of like a very magical city. I think alleyways of like Hogwarts or Diagon Alley, stuff like that. That's
okay.
it. That's the feel of Zrashburn. There's Zeta North and Zeta South, which controls a peninsula. It's a very militarized city, so or conglomerate of cities that, if you're going more military background, that might be where you grew up, Cagney.
Okay. I can go with that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not seeing all the sources in here for races or species.
Again?
Yeah. And I'm definitely in the campaign. Yeah, that's all there is. Homebrew, core, expanded, and new core.
What did you do?
So right there.
Let me see if
How do
I
these
try
maps
to
come
make
to
it.
be? Are they generated, or do you kind of go?
I made
in
them.
and- Really?
Yep.
Dude, that's sick. It's a lot of time.
Is
I
that
bet.
Yep.
your normal?
Yeah.
Couple hours.
Is that your
Couple.
original?
This is the one.
Profile?
This is the one
No,
I'm
no,
making
no,
right
no,
there.
no.
This is the other one.
Listen to me.
Mhm.
The profile that you're on.
Yes.
Is it your normal?
No.
Okay, that's the problem. They need to share it with this profile.
Ah.
Because I don't think you're.
You have to be on the one that you just created.
Yeah.
Why aren't you on
Yeah,
your
so you gotta-
original?
Did you
Because
sign in?
Apple's not an option on here to sign in. That's what I'm signing on my phone.
But there should be another like email.
If you joined the campaign with that one, you're in the campaign with your new
Yeah.
account.
Yeah, with the one. Yeah, the one I'm making right
Yeah,
now.
so
But
stuff
he
should.
can't see anything.
Yeah, it's
It must not be shared with him because it's a different
Well,
account.
That's
if
the
he's in the
only-
campaign, then it's shared.
Yeah, if you're in the campaign,
That's
then
all-
it's shared
that's-
with you.
That's all the only races that's showing up right now. It's just
Well, then
Yeah.
you're not in the campaign.
yeah, I'm right there. That's the profile I'm on right now.
You're still. I don't think you're in the.
Let me hold it, Cagney.
Why didn't you link your Twitch to that your original account and then just sign in through there? If you just link your Twitch to the OG, it will.
What's the
Which
name?
was
Lachlan?
Yeah.
Is it?
Let me delete those other characters real quick, make it easier. Ah.
Yeah, when I pull that up, it has every single race in it on my phone.
No, I agree. It should be showing up.
The other Lachlan.
I just deleted everything but that new character.
Okay, well, I just viewed it, and you have access to everyone.
Really?
Yep.
Why can't I click on your character though?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Maybe because I haven't finished, I guess. Maybe if I.
assigned it.
What,
No,
ra-
I
what,
haven't-
claimed it?
I
what
haven't-
class did you want? I'll select it.
Not class.
Species. Yeah.
Now it says character not ready yet.
Yeah. I haven't picked the species at all yet.
Alright,
So maybe I need to pick one and then go back in.
I got you.
I
You
just-
want
the Ethereum?
the Ethereum? Okay.
Yes. God mode. How do you like these?
They're good. They're not as
Hangy?
like they're not as bold
Ether.
as the
Ether.
voodoo
Yeah,
chips.
sorry. Ethrin.
Alright, I selected it for you. You
Okay.
should be able to update it and go in and continue.
Sweet. Yeah, we gotta get you guys a pencil sharpener.
Oh wait, does Jordan still have those things?
The pad, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go in and check it out now?
I'm going in. It's loading.
I'm gonna grab my delicacies real quick. My delicacies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sign back in. Oh, nice.
The wrapping says Valentine's, but we actually harvest these from a certain cave near my village.
I actually don't think I've ever had a ding dong.
Would you like one?
Sure. What? Why are you making that face at me? I've never had
What we do, we harvest the hearts and then cover it in this like type of coating that's very, very tasty.
Oh, that's so great.
Do ding dongs have cream inside?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten towards that part yet.
Oh. I was gonna say the cream of our enemies, but
Yeah, no, let's not. I mean,
It's already out there, so.
Well, you said it now.
I mean,
Okay,
is it better
Conan.
if it was blood or cream? You know?
Conan, what
At
is
least everyone's having a good time if it's cream.
what is best in life? To cream your enemies.
It's a whole new meaning to killing them with kindness.
oh no.
Jack him off.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yes,
Well.
that's this kind of show.
That's something
Welcome
that I
to-
personally inserted into the heart of the dwelling cave monster.
Welcome to X-rated D&D.
Okay, Agni, is it working properly for you now?
Yeah. She's loading. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to.
Should be good then.
Okay, your armor class, right there.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna put that right here.
Okay.
Let's get down to some starting equipment.
And then initiative is +1. And then your speed, let's see your speed on
It's under a different. If you hit the squares.
here. Yeah.
Speed
And go to
defenses.
Speed and defenses.
Mhm.
Speed is 30 feet. You currently have no resistances, no immunities, and no vulnerabilities. Alright.
Your armor classes may go up here after we add some starting equipment, though. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're writing everything in pencil.
Not
Okay.
mine.
Well, for him, it shouldn't because he's a barbarian.
What?
Unarmored.
Unarmored.
Barbarians are unarmored.
They
Yeah.
gain, they can hit harder when they're unarmored,
Not
basically.
all
Yeah.
barbarians.
You don't have to be, but for level
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
like he might have a shield.
So let's go in
It's
and
just
start
heavy
filling
armor
in.
that gives
Sorry, I had-
barbarians issues.
I had paladin in my mind because I'm playing that.
We'll go down.
Looks much.
Yeah, Wilkes
Yeah.
Wilkes paladin right now.
What I like to do is,
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, mine's not going up anymore. I can't wear anything.
different than
Yeah, mage armor.
the app.
Yeah, I know, but that'll only get me to a 15.
That's better than what,
So
13 or
12?
12? Yeah.
So, what, do you use a wand? Do you use a book? Do you
A
use
crystal,
crystal?
arcane
Nice.
focus that's on his like cape thing.
Nice.
Like,
Cool.
So both hands are free.
Yeah,
so like,
that's
So
good.
it's going through him.
in action.
Nice.
Do you have to be holding it to cast, or like do you have
Has
to
to be
touch it?
at least worn.
Use these as
Okay,
an attack.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I choose the 3.
Yeah, it's kind of like an
most
amulet
likely
type
to
deal.
use,
Yeah.
Like a
and
crystal
right here,
amulet.
there's
Okay,
stats next to it.
nice.
Okay.
But
It's on. I
yours,
sent
I'm
you
trying to
the
think
rough
how
draft
to
of
show
his.
you this.
Oh yeah, the
And
photo.
in that thing, that's what it's
okay.
inset into his cape.
Sweet, that's awesome. Nice.
Quarter staff. Okay. There we go. What's a quarter
Okay.
staff? Let's see what it does.
And so let me look at your character real quick.
Who's?
Azir.
Azir. Yeah.
Azir, nice. It says unclaimed on here for me, but let me refresh.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I didn't
the
claim it
quarterstaff
because
here,
of
so you've got
what lies
quarterstaff,
beneath. You can only have one claim,
you
right?
do all
I
this
thought.
stuff.
Yeah,
At a
you can only claim one
Oh.
character.
Because Terwin is already
That might have
claimed
been the
under
problem. Yeah, because that's why I can
You're
have
gonna
another
to,
one because I'm on a
get
different
it
profile right
just
now.
on the inventory, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you have to-
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like I
And,
can still
later-
access it and like
Yeah, whenever we like you
use
said,
everything. I just
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Some
not
items and
claiming.
stuff
like
It's
that.
not claimed.
But like this is kind of how I set
Um,
mine up. So like I have this thing called Torch Blast that does that and that. I have the sickle. That's how I set it up. And then under it I'll write like my top bonus actions that I'll do, and then space down a little bit, and then write in my reactions that I have.
Just,
And those are all on the list there.
I got you.
Let's just go through your spells and see any spell components
Oh,
that you
God,
may
yeah.
need to put into your inventory. I'll give you.
Cantrips don't need them, right?
Most cantrips don't. You do have one cantrip, Vengeful Blade. You at least you'll need to have a blade on you.
Yeah, I have daggers, so.
Yeah. And then just any other ones.
A pinch of powder or
Yeah.
sand that is colored red, yellow, and blue. So I'll just have a sack of red, yellow, blue powder.
Yeah. I'll starting out with your spells. I'll give you enough components for 3 castings of each. But I just want you to be aware in your inventory when you use it, those components are gonna be used.
Okay.
Some will, some won't. So like that cantrip with the Vengeful Blade, that blade's not gonna disappear when you use that cantrip.
Yeah, yeah.
It's, you know, but things like pinches of powder and stuff, those will be used. Consumed, yeah.
Does mage armor consume the piece of
It
cured
does not.
leather?
It does not consume the cured leather.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
the cured leather is something that the spell attaches itself to.
good. Okay.
So,
So that has an unlimited usage.
yeah, unlimited
on the,
usage on the cured leather.
And Ray of Sickness doesn't require anything because it's based on my lineage.
And also shield does not require
Yeah.
anything.
Nice. So I don't have too much to keep
Yeah, not too
track
much.
of. And also, some of these are conditional, like Ray of Sickness, Color Spray, and Shield. Those, I will only have access to one of those 3 per day, depending on the phase of the moon.
The phase of the moon.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So, we'll need to get together about the
Yeah,
phase
I have
chart.
I have the phases and yeah. So also, you know, in this world, let's talk about it a little bit. A bit about the world that you're living in. Vandalier has 3 moons. Okay. There is Saelyr, Saelyr, has a 12-day cycle.
How'd you spell that again?
Saelyr, pronounced Saelyr.
12-day cycle?
12-day cycle.
No, the pins work.
Here.
There's a bunch of them. This works.
Okay. All right, you said 3 moons.
And I have a little. I have some information. You don't have to write any of. Don't write all of this down. Just take the
The
points
basics.
that you want, because I don't want to fill your book with paragraphs. Of
Mine's
information
gonna
you
be paragraphs
want.
about the moon, so.
All right, Saelyr. Many of the inhabitants of Vandalier attribute the moon Saelyr to the crops that they grow and regard it as the moon of life. Having the shortest cycle is the easiest to track the progress of time, and many of the holidays and festivals in Vandalier are based on the combined cycle of Saelyr and the months.
And this is the smallest moon?
Yes.
Okay.
No, this is the medium moon.
Medium.
Saelyr is the medium moon. Has the shortest cycle, though, of 12 days.
You said it's most holidays and festivals are based on this moon's cycle and the month that
Yeah,
they're in.
the combined cycle of the moon and which month it falls on.
Okay.
The smallest moon is Semau. It's Siemua. Semau. This is the smallest moon with a 26-day cycle.
What was the first one cycle?
12.
12.
12. I'm just gonna bring a laptop next time.
Yeah, feel free to bring a laptop too if you don't. If I got these pads in case people didn't have laptops and stuff.
I like the tactile ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Semau, this moon is in a bit of debate among the people of Vandalier. Some think it is a piece of a fallen god, remnants of a war long ago, left to remind the people of their place. But to all it's referred to as the Little Lady, the smallest of the moons with a sporadic orbit around the planet. For those few that have taken the time to plot its pattern, have become enthralled in mystical dreams that they have at night. Many believe these dreams come from the moon Amaltus, cursing those that try to tame Semau.
And Amaltus is the big moon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now we'll get to Amaltus. Amaltus is the largest moon, a 112-day cycle. It's the largest of the three moons, sometimes taking up much of the sky. Its rotation is also the longest and mostly has a horizontal orbit around Vandalier. Some people believe Amaltus may be larger than the planet you live on. There are those that believe Amaltus is the source of their nightmares, and many give offerings to it throughout its cycle.
How are you spelling Malthus?
Amaltas.
And what was the cycle? 100?
112 days. There's in most of the cities there's if not just an altar, a church or a cathedral where people go to give offerings to Amaltus. If you know, people might, if someone has nightmares, they might feel that they need to go give an offering to Amaltus to appease those nightmares they've been having. Yeah.
Rents due.
So, and the tides, like on most worlds, are controlled mostly by the moons. In this world, it's mostly by the largest moon, Amaltus. It has the greatest pool on the water of the planet. There are instances throughout the years where all the moons can be aligned on one side of Vandalier, causing the tides to be very high and very low at certain points. And this phenomenon is called an all-tide. So those in port cities would really see the differences of an all-tide. Jatol has expandable docks. When an all-tide happens, their docks extend to go down, the 100 feet from the cliff's edge down
They're
to the
adjustable.
water. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I had that in real life.
I know.
Yeah.
But like, imagining how crazy the tides would be with 3 moons in an eclipse.
Yeah. There's not a lot of beachfront property on the planet. And if there are beaches, they're vast. They're very long. Lots of open open sands because with a higher tide, if you had something close to the water, if an all tide happened, it would be underwater. When it happened. So most docks and places like that are built on cliff's edge, with large docks that go down the distance.
Like, kind of imagining the home world of the Letos from Dune, where it's all those seaside cliffs and stuff.
Aladan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not well versed on the lore. I just remember what I saw in the movie.
Trust me, I went and saw the first and second one. Just like there was like a span of like 12 weeks where I just like listened to nothing but like people reviewing all the stuff and breaking down the lore. So
The books
Nice.
are wild, dude.
they are. God Emperor is.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they're gonna put that one on the screen. The next one.
Well, I know Denny is not directing it. This is his last one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're probably like, no, I don't want to touch that.
I don't want to deal with the worms.
I don't think anyone really wants to deal with the part after the author died, like the OG author and his son picked it back up, because they're just like,
I've heard that, yeah. Sandworms of Dune, I think it's one of the books. And was like Children of Dune the last one that he wrote?
There's 8
Yeah.
or 9 total. But I mean, it spans like 30,000 years. It's crazy. Yeah.
and in the end, it's just clones.
Spoiler alert.
Hey, I didn't say who of.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I have yet to watch the show. I've heard it's good though.
The new one?
Oh yeah,
Dune
we haven't watched
Prophecy.
that. Yeah. I got it on the list though.
Is that supposed to take place after the second?
10,000 years before. Paul.
Oh, dang.
Oh, the show.
So I think this is like when the Bene
It's
Gesserit.
it's right after the robot cyborg AI war
Ah.
when
okay.
they like banned all that stuff.
Ooh. No AI. As our world delves deeper and deeper into AI. Skynet.
Can't wait.
So for my equipment, it gave me stuff based on my background as a scribe, and then just like normal adventurer's kit as well. So
Okay.
like, is that fine?
Yeah,
that's
you
fine.
mentioned starting equipment. So.
Yeah, let's. So what do you have for yours, Cagney?
I took the stuff it offered me. So I have arrows, a crowbar, a couple of daggers. I have 4 daggers. I don't need 4 daggers.
Why do you have 4 daggers?
I don't know.
Dagger.
I think I only get 2. Yeah, it comes with 2. Light leather armor, rapier, short bow, thieves' tools, traveler's clothes, backpack, ball bearings, belt, candle, crowbar, hooded lantern, oil, rations, rope, tinderbox, water skin, a pouch, and a quiver. That's it.
Okay.
I will say, mine gave me a spear for some reason that I can't even really use because I have a -1 to strength.
Spear?
So
Yeah.
can I just replace it with like a quarterstaff or something?
Yeah, you're gonna replace it with a staff or whatever. Just
Did that come from your background, or where'd that come from?
I don't know. It was
What's
just
your
in the
background again?
starting equipment. Scribe. I don't think a scribe would have
Yeah.
a spear either.
It did give me a little bit of gold, I guess.
Yeah,
left
it
over
gave
that I
me
didn't use.
51 gold.
Oh, I only got 16. What the hell? Or 24.
But I'm a
24.
modest because I'm living with the clergy.
yeah, having gold.
Type.
The gold that
Yeah,
it gives you
yeah.
on its start
Like
is
leftover,
fine.
yeah.
I don't
Let's
know.
talk about some of that equipment though.
It came with my adventuring gear. I think.
Yeah, all right, let's, I'm gonna look at your character, Cagney. It's, what, Lockland?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Light leather armor, okay.
Yeah. It's just
Nice.
basic leather that came with it.
Yeah. Alright, within your backpack.
I took more of the rogue stuff.
Yeah.
Could I have either darts or a light crossbow to substitute for the spear being like a ranged weapon?
What'd you say?
Light crossbow or darts or
Yeah.
sling?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are what I'm proficient with, so.
I just want you to be aware your backpack is 42 pounds.
What's your carrying weight?
You have 10 pounds of rations.
Why?
Man likes
Rations fail.
Oh my god.
That's the starting equipment. It weighs a lot. It's food.
Gotta eat.
Which is
What's your encumbrance weight?
you have 5 days worth of rations.
Why did you give me so much?
I think it starts you out with 10
Yeah, it gives me-
portions
it
of
gives you-
rations.
Yeah, it gives you 10. That's
With
this is starting
adventuring
equipment.
gear.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. That's just all. This is basic starting stuff. When you click on like. the
Mine's
different
only
things.
18 pounds though. Like, why is yours 42? That's a
No,
lot.
that's total.
No, that's your backpack.
My
It's
backpack. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
like my
plus
total
your
backpack.
equipment it's plus 29 pounds. So you're at
Damn.
70.
Oh wait, my backpack's 55 pounds. What the
I
hell?
was gonna say if you have all the starting
Why?
equipment, it should be a lot more than that.
Oh my lord.
Well, check your encumbrance to see if you're overweight. I'm under encumbered. I'm totally carrying 51
I'm unencumbered
pounds.
as well.
Oh yeah, you guys are both unencumbered. Okay,
I was
so
gonna say like it should be.
So-
yeah. That's still a lot. Of
weight
though.
is crazy in D&D apparently.
Mhm.
73 pounds is unencumbered. Just carried around 73 pounds of stuff.
I mean, that's
We
what we
used
did
to.
in the
Yeah,
military.
we used to.
Yeah, but are you gonna jump and
We did yeah.
We
We
had to.
did
That's what we
hikes
trained
and
for.
stuff
Yeah.
and like obstacle courses and stuff with like 90 pounds on our backs.
I say I carried more than that
It
because I had to carry
hurts
medical
after a
gear
while.
too. Yeah,
There's a lot
that's,
of wear and tear, and that's why.
your feet are so like messed up,
Yeah.
like
okay,
blisters
okay,
and shit.
okay. I just imagine like trying to
Trust me, it's not ideal.
Yeah, no.
We wouldn't plan for that, but we can move like that if we need to.
yeah.
You know.
It's usually for like
In a fighting
contracts.
situation, just drop your backpacks.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right?
Tear away.
No, fight with my backpack on.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. I mean, yeah. That's a lot of. I just feel like 5, or at least, it said 10 days of rations.
That's what the starting equipment said. Yeah.
Let's see what I have in mind. I don't even think I have rations.
I don't either.
Really?
'Cause I'm not a traveler. I don't travel. Fuck
Oh,
travel.
well, I'm in the military. I'm a soldier, or whatever you want to call it.
I
Like,
technically wouldn't travel either. It
I'll
just
live at my
gave me the
parents' house.
option,
What do
so
you
I
guys
probably don't need that.
No,
I'd
I mean,
probably get rid
it's
of
fine to
half of
have
those,
it.
though.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me take.
Traveling the
that's fine.
catacombs
That's
or
just
some
not
shit underneath the city.
All right,
Why wouldn't it show up?
Trevor, let's take a look at your. What's your name, Trevor?
Gorb.
Oh, Gorb, right. Gorb Vidal. There we go. Let's make
None
sure
of the
you guys
inventory items are loading.
go with a quarterstaff.
Maybe because you're turning this way.
Nice.
Hmm?
Turn that way. See if
Would
it
that
does.
do anything?
Herbalism kit, lamp,
Yeah.
oil.
You have 2 of everything.
I do.
Yeah, I forgot to. So he selected a thing and then went through and forgot to select the other one. So we went back and selected both of them again. So it has 2 of everything from the list and then the 75.
I can
pieces.
take one of each of those out.
Thank you.
It won't let me add anything to my inventory. It's not loading the list of items at all.
Oh, because you're in add items.
Yeah, because I'm trying to add an item.
Oh,
that,
duh.
why wouldn't I be
sorry.
an add
What are you trying
items?
to add?
Sorry.
Light crossbow.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you. These are connected to the internet.
Yeah.
So I
They
don't
just,
know why
you
it's
know,
doing that.
sometimes they struggle.
Yeah.
Light crossbow, you said?
Yeah. Probably won't use it very often since I have a few ranged spells, but it's always good to have on hand.
All right, light crossbow. added.
I probably don't need 1,000 ball bearings.
1,000?
That's
Yeah,
what
you
it
have
gives you.
that's 1,000 ball bearings is
It's
a normal
sack
pack.
of ball bearings.
That is a normal pack of ball bearings.
Is that for like traps?
It only weighs 2 pounds though.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're tiny. They're like this
Jesus.
big.
yeah, they're little.
Make a claymore.
What?
Yeah, that's what
I
your
mean-
brain goes to. But what they're used for is to for people to stumble on.
Yeah.
traps.
I mean, technically, a claymore's a trap too.
All right, so
What are you talking
I
about?
like the way the app looks. I'm gonna sign you in on mine.
Okay.
Is there a subclass you went with for a barbarian?
I don't think you can pick it at the first level.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah,
wait
you
till
got
it's
a
level
third
3.
level.
for barbarian.
It's third level for everyone in 2024.
Okay.
So, that's not what I selected to go to.
Being 170 at 5'10" is pretty lean for a guy, right?
Hmm?
Being
Yeah.
170
No,
at
that's
5'10"?
I'm 5'9" and 160.
Okay, so
I'm
he'd probably be like
5'9"
150.
and 190. So
Well, my guy's supposed to be super skinny, so like,
I'd rather do like 150.
150,
150.
I'm 6'5" at 290, so I'm a big old boy.
look, I only have experience as a 5'6" person.
sign
Okay.
it on.
Is there anything else you'd like, Trevor, in your inventory?
I'll get the pistol and everything later.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, if you want to go ahead and have it now, you could have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it build character to get it later?
Hmm?
Does it build like internal character to get it later, like
Yeah, it could.
in
Yeah.
the battle?
Absolutely,
Okay. Let's
yeah.
just stick with the
You
core.
can get it later. Okay.
Spoils the war.
Right.
Yeah. You're good with your inventory, Ian? You need anything else? No?
Not really. Not much of my stuff. Yeah, not much of my stuff needs items. Actually, no,
Components?
I do
Your
need
spell
some.
components?
Yeah, spell cards.
I've been hit with a beholder's zombie.
Oh yeah, that's internal server error. Refresher.
Yeah, you'll at least need a melee weapon like a dagger or something, Ian. You'll need some
I've got a
soot,
dagger.
salt.
Yeah. What were we signing with? Google?
Google, yeah. And it'll be that first one. This one.
Yeah.
Did it die on us? Mine's just got the scroll wheel too.
That's why we have sheets.
Paper sheet.
There we are.
Yeah, Ian, you're only gonna need a couple components.
Yeah, just a couple small things.
And they're easy to find. The more random one would be for your hex, but it's okay. And Cagney, you're not a spellcaster. Yeah.
Yet.
All right, so see
Yeah,
how this
What was your
so
arrow
much
count?
better.
Did they give you an
Um,
arrow
it
count?
does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've already done the census and everything. Let's move on to your.
That's good.
Well,
Watch out
you
for
were
that.
gonna do this, so we'll go to actions. And then yeah.
Straight.
chips,
Canadian chips.
all dressed. That's
Oh,
their
these are my
national-
favorite.
Yeah,
National flavor.
We
yeah.
got these the other day. They're so good.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they? What's the?
It's like a. God, well,
It's described as having the tanginess of salt and vinegar chips with the sweetness of barbecue.
Yeah, it's like barbecue salt and vinegar. They're good.
Very similar to.
They're like toned down voodoo chips.
Yeah, I was about to say from Louisiana, and like Zapp's has like those.
Yeah.
I love Zapp's
Dude.
Voodoo. Those are so
See,
good.
Louisiana's gonna get about like 4 inches of snow.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tifton is supposed to
Lord.
get a bunch of, or a couple
Yeah.
inches.
I mean, we're gonna get it.
Getting snow.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get it here, but it's gonna
It's
skirt.
pushing
It's
down.
gonna skirt under Atlanta to get everything south.
Like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to get in the teens, like starting, you said tomorrow and Tuesday? I think, right? This one is supposed to go down the teens? Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear on the
forget
way
it's
here
Sunday.
I saw
Hey,
like
can you put some
sleet.
of that on the plate?
See, I thought
Little small
it's
things.
cold enough today.
Well,
Like,
the wind's blowing hard.
Put
Yeah.
some
You
on the
want this
plate for
plate?
me.
Yeah.
Were you here when it snowed here? Were you,
I was in Louisiana
yeah,
for the
okay, so
wedding.
you were.
Yeah,
You're gonna miss the snow in both places. It might snow here again this week. But
yeah, Tuesday maybe.
I know it's just gonna be blistering cold.
This is what it looked like. We got a good few inches. Like
Oh,
this
wow.
is our house. It covered everything. It was nice. It was real fluffy, but it didn't stay like that for very long. It turned into sleep pretty quickly.
Anything else I need to put on here? You think?
Yeah. So
Jordan, can you help me cream my enemies?
actions in combat.
Uh-huh.
All right. So
Do I put
like
this
right here, I would just write the title of it, so you can come back and reference it like quick. So
Okay.
yeah.
I got you.
All right. There's some things in this world that you guys would know already. City names. Everyone has a map already. It's in the Discord. But things like different merchant guilds, different clergies, things that you guys would know, like the name of the government that you're in, and stuff like that. So there's the largest merchant guild is the All Tides Seafarers Guild.
And this is just worldwide.
They have a continent-wide hold on most of the merchant trade. There are a bunch of merchants, different people that own different businesses for trading goods throughout the continent and stuff. But the All Tides
Oversees
Seafarers Guild
everything.
is the largest and most prominent one. Their base of operations is in Jatol, but they have, warehouses on a lot of the ports around the continent. And they have a little a symbol. It is it's a half circle.
Half circle.
Yeah, it's a half circle like that.
Up on the top side.
Yeah, like a
So
horizon.
I'm about to draw it in this
Like
notebook.
if okay, yeah, okay. So it's like if you're looking at the horizon, it'd be like the largest moon.
the
of
largest moon.
Altus.
Okay.
And then at the top, cutting into the top of it is another circle. A smaller one, but like that, and then a circle like that, and then a crescent above the top of that circle.
Truth is small.
Kind of like that.
Like that.
Oh, okay.
So the top is a full circle.
It's
Or
like
is it like another half one?
like this.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so the crescent is going over that. Like,
Mhm.
okay, that's what I thought.
That's the All Tide Seafarers Guild. Everyone would you know, most of the largest religious group is the All Father. That is the most followed deity, I would say. The largest church or cathedral in most cities would be to the All Father. And each, you know, there's different places of worship and stuff for different, you know, religions and stuff in most of the cities. But if you were to like walk into town and see a large cathedral, you would most likely think that's the All Father place. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Didn't see some graffiti on it.
The church or cathedral or whatever you want to call them, where people go to give
Offerings.
to Amaltus. It's called the Amaltus clergy.
That's another religious group.
Yeah. The Amaltus clergy. That's where people would go to give their offerings to the moon of Amaltus if they were having nightmares or seek guidance there to try and understand their nightmares.
So it's just giving offerings to the moon and not like a god or goddess.
Yeah, the moon.
The moon
Okay.
itself.
The moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to open. A bit more information to tell you about that. Keyboard's very clacky.
Mm-hmm.
It's clickety clacky.
I chose that specifically. You remember, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I was
remember.
choosing out which sound I liked best.
Creamy or clacky?
It's a mix between both. And when you're over there typing on it, you can feel the squishiness, and then it clacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very tactile as well.
Nice.
Sorry, it's just loading. That map of the city is loading up. I wrote a bunch of notes in it, and I just put them in there because it was easiest to.
Of what, Jatol?
Yeah, Jatol.
To talk about my home city.
Mostly about the Amaltus clergy, real quick. All right, so even if you guys hadn't been or given offerings to a clergy, and you being from sort of a hermit lifestyle, not really frequenting cities as much or as often, you might not even, you guys in your culture, you might have a different way of perceiving your nightmares and stuff like that. Not as mainstream as everyone else.
I got you. The religion that I chose on mine was I was a believer of truth.
Okay.
So basically, like how that religion is set up, it is firmly based on what you can see in front of you, not what you can see behind you.
Okay.
So
Focus on the future.
very in-world, very consequential as far as like what we believe. If the wind, you know, there's some things that we can't answer,
Mm-hmm.
like some of these dreams that we have.
Mm-hmm.
We don't necessarily see those as like a message or anything, and the way that we deal with it is like drinking copious amounts of wine or something.
Yeah.
To blur them out.
Oh, yeah.
Very,
Fuck yeah.
Alcohol.
very,
Yeah.
Don't talk to people, but we get drunk.
That's awesome.
So,
Did you
Coping mechanism.
Change my faith real quick.
Oh my god.
Come on down.
Can
So do you think
Ethnics even drink?
the people you grew up with, do you think they would have their own name for each other, or a group of not like a clan or something like,
Tribe.
like a tribe or something like that? Do you think they would call themselves a certain
As like a collective?
as a collective?
Friends of Truth.
Friends of Truth? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, love it. That's what I want to get into today is like anything like backstory like that,
Mhm.
I want to incorporate it into the world. So I'm building this world, but you guys are also helping me build the world. So anything like that, you know, I'm here to take notes too. Friends of Truth.
Did you have a specific god in mind that you guys follow?
No,
So this is
More like a concept.
this is a good one in the world of D&D. That is the god of truth,
Which one?
Savas.
And you could choose to do that, or which is it's a good thing. Ian brought that up, is because
I was going to ask about the Pantheon here.
yeah, the Pantheon is the
Yeah.
normal Pantheon of like Faerun and
Forgotten Realms and all
the
that.
Forgotten Realms and
Yeah,
everything.
okay.
Normal Pantheon. There are a few additions that I've made, but nothing is taken away. There's nothing that's not there. The Raven Queen is a little. It's not so much. You know, it's not as prominent as it would be in other campaigns like that.
And
But
then another one that's along the same lines of that, kind of down the barbarian trope style, is Judge.
okay.
Or the god of justice and truth.
Okay.
yeah, so those are good things. And then also, once you level up, you're going to choose a subclass for your barbarian,
Okay.
and don't let those gods define
Right.
which subclass you want to choose.
Okay.
We'll tailor what subclass you want to play to how you interact with different gods, if you you even choose to in the
Yeah.
campaign. So don't let that put you in a box. you
Okay.
know. We'll work it out to, tell a good story.
Gotcha.
The Amaltus clergy. Obviously, worship the largest moon, Amaltus. Like I was saying, even if you don't follow or don't give offerings and stuff, you would notice or know of the people that sort of run these churches. You know what they look like. They're very prominent in their towns. When they walk around, people follow them and stuff. For the Amaltus clergy and also
The Allfather.
the Allfather. If they walk through town, people are following or trying to talk to them and stuff, and
Seeking aid.
they have a
and
different
it's
look
like
about them. The leader of the Amaltus clergy in each of its places is called the High Night Weaver.
High Night Weaver. Night as in darkness, or night as in a champion?
Night as in darkness.
Okay.
Starting with an N. High Night Weaver. And that would be like the head priest or at each of the churches. And these churches are sort of Gothic in nature.
Mm-hmm.
And their clergy wear dark robes with a blue lining. And most of the High Night Weavers, they're always seen no headgear, but a large pearl necklace with a medallion of Amaltus on it.
Was that kind of church?
Mm-hmm.
You said everyone wears one of those? Or just the High Weaver?
Most of the people that work for the clergy wear some sort of Amaltus signifying
Jewelry.
necklace or something.
Iconography
like
of
that.
some, yeah.
And each church or each cathedral has a dream sayer
Okay. For the Maltus?
for the Amaltus clergy. Each of those, they have a dream sayer, Which is like, it's sort of like in Catholicism, if you were to go and confess, they would, you would go into a room or a box with them and you'd confess, through the sliding side. The dream sayer is the one who interprets dreams or nightmares that you may have had. It tells you what,
What they might mean.
tells you what they might mean.
Yeah.
That's their job.
They're like soothsayers mixed with confessional priests kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the one that gives.
Did you hear any of that, Ian?
No.
They're not the one that gives the pearl necklace.
Dream sayer. Each
my
church has a dream sayer, which is sort of like the confession booth, the person that would be in the confession booth with you, and their job is to interpret your nightmares.
Interpret their dreams.
And interpret people's dreams that come in and want to, understand their dreams, and stuff like that. You two being from Jatol, you would definitely know.
Tor, what's your character's name?
Izir.
Izir.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And is it Kairon?
Kieran.
Kieran.
Say it like you're
Kieran?
Welsh. Say Kieran like you're Welsh.
Oh, Kieran.
Kieran.
Okay, interesting. I thought it was Chiron, and I was like, whoa. Or Karen. Literally named Karen.
Kieran.
Kieran.
Kieran Doom.
Iran.
Doom.
My last name's Doom.
Just call you Kier.
Yeah.
Probably pisses you off, but I don't give a shit.
Cagney, what's your character's name?
Lachlan.
Lachlan. Right. Yes.
Lachlan.
Lachlan have a last name? I haven't met Lachlan yet. I don't know.
No. Let's just go ahead and get into Jatol. Just because some of this information you guys aren't gonna know, but we already talked about that. You guys are gonna know stuff here that we're not gonna use in character and stuff. You guys would definitely know who the Nightweaver and the Dreamsayer is for Jatol's Amaltus clergy, or Amaltus Cathedral. The High Nightweaver is Clements Drimdo. Clements.
Clements Drimdo?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need some spelling on that.
CLEMENCE. Drimdo. DRIMDO.
Clarence
DRIMDO.
Dumbo.
Mm-hmm.
Clarence Dumbo.
Clements Drimdo. He's the head priest of the cathedral. He's an older man, short gray hair, balding, very defined sunken cheekbones, and a pointed chin.
Human?
Human.
Human.
Yep. With his long black robes with the blue lining, with the necklace, medallion of Amaltus on it. He doesn't. He'll do like a parade around town, every now and then. So you guys would definitely have seen him, and your people have talked about him. The Dreamsayer is Seedrin Krill. That's SEEDRIN KRILL.
Krill.
Tiefling. Blue skinned with white flowing long hair. And a double set of black horns. Two smaller ones that protrude just above the hairline. And followed by two larger ones that curve back and then straight up.
Interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
About 6 inches high above his head, with his medallion hanging from golden chains between his two horns.
What a pretentious fuck.
Hey! If my guy had the horns like that, I totally would too. Shit. That's sick. Horn jewelry is so underrated, actually, though. Like, it's so fun to do.
Seedrin is the head of the Amaltus Syndicate.
Ah, makes sense.
That's why I have disdain for him.
And explain to me what that is.
You would
You
not
don't know
know
what
Oh,
what
so
that is.
I don't know.
That's why
You'll
I'm not
find
writing
out.
anything down yet. Yeah, I was like, this is all stuff that we don't know because we don't live there.
Yada, yada,
I
yada.
mean,
You're-
as long
you're
as your
welcome to hear
character
it.
doesn't
Yeah,
like
as long-
acknowledges you don't know
Oh,
it,
okay,
but you
Yeah.
can know it. Like
Right.
that's where my character was raised in the Malta Syndicate
Okay.
as like a foundling type deal,
Mhm.
and it's like where they take tieflings and give them a better life.
We don't like to use the word slave. A negative
No, it's
connotation.
not at
I know.
all.
No, yeah,
Why
it's
did
like
you say tiefling? Is that what that is?
you said what?
What is a tiefling?
Tiefling is the race that I am. So
And mine.
it's a race from devilish heritage, born with devilish blood.
Okay.
So like my skin is red, and I have horns that come out, and I also have wings, and a tail.
Okay.
But
Think
tieflings,
succubi kind of
yeah.
deal.
Okay.
but their lineage comes from the blood of Asmodeus.
Okay.
Some of them.
Some of them. Not all.
No, the
In the
Not all
OG,
of
yeah, but
Asmodeus created tieflings.
yes,
And
but
then
like
subsidiary from that, other devils have started to try and breed their own offspring.
Yeah, that's way back in the past. Like it is. It is
anyone can be.
most of the 9 hells try to establish a foothold on our realm with pushing tieflings
Yes.
into the world.
Okay.
So you can trace back, if you want to go far enough though, you can trace back every single tiefling's blood to Asmodeus.
Are you sure you're not just getting really into character right now?
He is. He is. That's definitely.
I can already tell. I'm like, yeah, okay. Asmodeus is a big deal. All right.
You'll know when I'm in character because my voice will change.
Oh, yeah. Well, mine's going
So
to as well.
it looks like this.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
that bottom right picture, that's almost me. That's
Okay.
almost what my character looks like.
Yeah.
And this Dreamsayer Seadrink Krill is a blue-skinned tiefling with white flowing hair. Yeah.
Kind of like my character a little bit.
A little bit.
Do you have
Kinda
white
like-
hair?
Yeah, it was white silver with like black streaks. It's like the reverse Reed Richards.
I'd be your father.
That's what I was thinking when he was saying it. I was like, no,
So-
but that's not how it works in this world, though.
No, it's not how
Yeah.
it works at all.
What?
You have to be touched by a devil in the womb. It doesn't necessarily dictate, like your parents, how they look doesn't necessarily dictate what you're gonna look like as a tiefling.
Yeah, if they have any blood trace in them, they could potentially just have a tiefling.
Well, the way he explained
Also-
it in his world is that
Also, a devil could come in the night while the person's having a baby and be like, "You're going to be a tiefling."
Yeah, that's most of the time how it happens.
My father's a tiefling,
Yeah.
and my lineage is very strong.
well, my guy doesn't know, so doesn't know who his parents are.
Yeah, so tieflings, Trevor, most of the common knowledge about tieflings in the world is they have devilish origins. So they're a little shunned in society.
Okay.
Some may be, looked down on or pushed aside.
High prejudice.
Yeah.
High prejudice against them just because of their origins and stuff like that. But some do gain great station and life and wealth and stuff. Because sometimes people just don't want to cross them because they're the belief that the devils will come and take them if they
Right.
do, that sort of
Fiendish.
thing. Yeah. So yeah, the little outliers like that. Yeah. Cagney. Yeah, do you have a group of people that you've been with or would have grown up with?
So my idea for Lachlan was that he grew up on the streets.
Mm.
So he started off kind of like
Another urchin, huh?
What streets?
Street
the
rat.
what was the city you said, or the area?
You would. So I'm thinking a good place for you.
Ultimately my story was he starts off on the streets, wants to get out of that line of life, doing the criminal stuff, and links up with the military to try to do better and join the military. But he wants to be like a healer, medic person instead of like a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows how to handle himself from the streets.
What size city do you think? I have a good city in mind, Zeta North or Zeta South. But what size city do you think you?
Probably a bigger one.
A bigger one?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, Zeta. Let's go Zeta South.
Zeta South.
Yeah, that's ZETA.
ZETA.
Yeah, South.
South.
How old were you when you transversed onto this plane?
Is that how it works with Ethereans?
Yes, because they spend a portion of their life in the ethereal
We'll
plane.
Cagney, you could have been here for the last war, and that's why
You
Zeta
just weren't a part. You could have not been a part of it. Just
Like
on the
been
ethereal
seen.
plane.
on the
just watching.
ethereal plane, just watching it happen.
So my idea was
He
like,
could have popped in too.
he's only like, he's in his early 20s still. He's still young.
Okay.
So and that's why we're at level 1. So he's learning all this stuff.
You could be 500 in level 1 if
I know.
you were stuck in the ethereal
they-
plane,
they-
unable to do anything.
Right, but they age like normally like humans. We'll say he
Ethereal?
came,
They age like humans?
Mhm. They have a human lifespan,
Yeah.
give or take a couple years.
like 80, 90-ish.
Weird.
We'll say he came to this plane after seeing all that stuff when he was about...
When you're locked into the ethereal plane, though, time is different than it
Yeah.
is on
Yeah.
the material plane.
We'll say
So-
he was 15, and he's been on the material plane for about 7-8 years.
7-8 years.
So he's about 22,
Okay,
23.
Let's call that. Let's do.
I need to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
7 times 5. What's 5? 7.
30.
30.
5.
35.
7 times 5.
Okay. So you wouldn't have been around for the last war. You've been. If you were watching places from the ethereal plane on this for about 35 years before you decided to be a part of it.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, because he's still naive about some stuff, but...
Yeah. And
he knows how to
in
handle
those
himself.
35 years, you could have popped in and out, whenever you deemed, you wanted
Yeah.
to. It's, up to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zeta South, it is, there's a peninsula, it's not really a peninsula, sort of like a land bridge between the two continents on the left of the map, and Zeta North locks off the top and Zeta South locks off the bottom. It's high military,
It's right here.
yeah, a little down.
Right there.
Yeah, Zeta is known for its military force. Think, if we want to go back into Dune references from the movies, think Harkonnen. That's Zeta North and Zeta South. Is Harkonnen. And
They go into battle by drinking the blood of 1,000 virgins.
no.
Damn it.
But sort of like that military force that they, the images of them on the cliff sides with the raging water at night, with the, them all lined up, that sort of thing. Their armaments are white and black.
Okay.
But it's a very strong military force. Not everyone that lives there is military, obviously.
Right.
But they control the passage to Arnon, which is the magical, the largest magical temple in existence. They control the passage.
That's that island that's right
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah, down below you. Yeah, it's next to Trevor.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, it's next to Cagney.
Oh.
It's next to Cagney. Yeah, your head is actually right next to Arnon.
Which side?
Yep, right there.
It was 50-50, so I just went there. But yeah, that was my plan. Was like he just once he got to this plane, he spent a few years because they saw he could like do that little trick with the planes and shift in and out, so it made good for like thieving. And then yeah, he's like, this is boring. Let's go join the military.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to kill people if I don't have to. So.
Yeah, I think in the last couple years, you would have seen a lot of people crossing through Zeta. A bunch of young people, like in like by the carriage, nice carriage loads of like very fancy carriages of noble people sending their kids to Arnon so that they don't have to fight in the war.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's like that.
Yep. All right. Well, he doesn't like those people, but yeah, because a lot of his friends wound up getting drafted or joined in the military. So, like, okay, let's go. Let's give it a try. And even though he's been around for a while, he appears to be in his early 20s still.
Okay. Yeah.
So appears young, even though he's a little more seasoned.
Good skincare routine, I'm sure.
Human? Are you?
Etherean.
Right.
Etherean.
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 Right.
Etherean.
Etherean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, because he's got like palish, purplish skin, like white hair. Looks like half elf ears, not big elf ears, and then like darker yellow eyes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So it probably still gets a lot of weird looks in this world, looking like that, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, not many Etherans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
All right, what was I talking about a second ago?
Zeta?
The Straits of Gibraltar.
Oh, right. Zeta. Yeah, with those people coming in, also large military presence going out, and traveling up to Jatol, where they ship across seas to the lands that they're trying to conquer. Yeah. And
do we know the sides of the war? Like, as would we know who's fighting who?
It's been about 4 years.
Okay.
You hear tales. People tell stories, like in taverns and stuff that you've been to, of monsters and creatures they're fighting, trying to tame the new lands that they've found. You do hear of large army battles, but you just hear of monsters.
So it's not like we're fighting a force, like an equal force to us, like not two armies fighting. It's more of fighting the land itself.
And armies.
And
there
are
are
armies.
some armies.
So it's a resource war.
Not basically.
Yeah,
it's
we're
a
fighting
land
over
grab.
land. Yeah,
It's a land
it's a
grab.
resource
New
war.
World War.
Yeah, it's a new world
resource
war.
war.
Yeah. There are armies that they're fighting. There talks in the taverns and around town are. Did you hear? We fought the largest army that we had ever seen, and we're victorious, or we had to retreat, and different stories like that are just circulating throughout cities. Talking about different monsters that may or may not have seen.
Now, this guy that's saying this, does he have battle scars or is he full of shit? Like,
it's a little of both.
Okay.
It's you don't know what stories are true and what are not because you haven't been there yet. You haven't seen it.
Right.
You don't know if rich people are trying to push an agenda on the populace on what is actually happening over there because you haven't been there. Things like that go. What's in our life today is happening in medieval life.
Whole lot of medieval misinformation.
Yeah, exactly. Between the two continents is an island in the middle that had been first discovered by Yarving and Jatol quite a while ago. Yaving and Jatol. And it is called Ellieford. It's on the map, so and they just use that as a port of contact between the two continents. a couple of years ago when they first found this, they thought, oh, this is the new land we're searching for, but they circle it, it's just a small island. And then they use that as a point of contact to go further, and then they found this new continent that they're fighting on now. And they've got the two cities where you hear most of the stories coming from is Bowmouth. That was the first city that was set up in the New World, and then Izan is the forefront military established sort of front line to the war, where they expanded away from the city they built. They built a military base forefront.
A fob.
Yeah, basically.
How do you spell
Ezand. Izand. Yeah. And this is just, world knowledge right now, what everyone sort of knows. So you guys, I want you guys to know this too, because you guys, as your characters, would know all this information and stuff. So, yeah.
The other continent. Izan? Wait, what's his
Look
name?
at the
No, it's in
map
the
so I
fob.
can get a visual.
Yeah, it's on the
Yeah.
warring continent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
It's
where
the
they
front
created-
line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of the war where they pushed out from.
What was
the
that, Trevor?
I was just looking at the map to kind of just
Okay.
tie it all together.
Most of the stuff on that map, on the right side that I already have labeled, is unknown.
Okay. But those two cities.
Yeah,
are
those
knowledge.
two cities are definitely there.
Like
Like
world cities is what I labeled them as in my notes.
yeah, I when I built this map, it was mostly so you guys could get a rough feel of the world, but it's a note taking tool for me to keep in mind where things are for me to use. So
Got it.
yeah, yeah.
Does the Malta Syndicate have like a hierarchy?
Yeah, it does. With sorry.
I know Cedron is the
Cedron.
leader, but
Yeah, he sort of heads up the Malta Syndicate here. There's it's sort of like, so it's made up of different people within the clergy, maybe like 3 others from the Malta's clergy that sort of help run day-to-day lessons and stuff for the tieflings or shunned children, shunned youth.
so
Once
is it like a daycare then, basically?
it's not
like
I mean, there's kids ranging from infant to 30s.
Look at your little
So
shits.
Well, I'm assuming the older ones help with the younger ones.
yeah, the older
and all
ones,
that
yeah,
type of
once
stuff.
they get older, they help out because a lot of them, and I there's maybe 15 people, like 15 kids right now. It's not huge. It's not a ton. It's not like there's this like giant warehouse of tieflings.
Yeah, it's like a living center.
Yeah.
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 Well,
all ages.
I was more so like trying to envision how the syndicate fits into the clergy, but that makes more sense now. It's kind of like a I don't want to say Sunday school, but it kind of is.
Yeah, well,
Also,
also
like a safe haven for tieflings to
Yeah,
get together and commune with each other.
Yeah,
Like
the,
share the responsibilities.
while the Amaltus Syndicate is
And it's
most
no
of its
secret or
headed
anything.
members are of the Amaltus clergy. It is not a recognized group.
But it's also not a secret.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah. It's sort of under the table.
Oh, okay.
The head of the church doesn't know about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Um,
The High Night Weavers don't know?
the High Night Weavers don't know, and this it's you as characters wouldn't know the inner workings of how it ties into the Amaltus clergy. You just know that growing up, you had a place to go, and someone took care of you, and you just thought it was the Amaltus clergy that was doing it.
So we're not like on the church grounds then. What like we're not being raised in those areas, or are we?
No, it's
I'm at my parents' house.
Okay, but you have parents. I don't have parents.
Yeah, Ian, like, so Ian's character, it was when he was younger, sort of a daycare for him while his parents were.
Yeah, and like becomes basically like a community center for
It's like-
tieflings later on.
It's like
Its ties to the Amaltus clergy are really only the fact that Cedron
Cedron's
is
like
the head of the Amaltus Syndicate.
He's like the youth pastor, and we're all
Yeah.
at youth camp.
I guess I'm just trying to understand like where does my character doesn't have parents. Is he being raised by Cedron? Is he being like is he just constantly on premises?
They have a few townhouses that they have people where they live, which
Okay.
is not connected to the Amaltus Cathedral, but like next
Nearby.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they have like assigned people to, or do they outsource to people out in town to like live with you and be like your caretaker, or
It's
is
a-
it
it's a
those
bunch of
people?
it's a bunch of clergy
Okay,
members.
it is the clergy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the few that Cedron has brought into his.
It's
Pretty,
like an
yeah.
orphanage
Yeah, it's basically an orphanage that's
with other benefits for
Yeah.
those who aren't orphans as
Yeah.
well.
that's run by Cedron with secretive underlying tones of whatever they're doing.
So that makes it sound like, is this the only one in Jatol, or are there others in other Amaltus clergy areas in other cities?
Sort
Or
of
do you know?
unknown to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So there's two different religious groups, correct?
There's a ton.
Yeah.
The two
The two main ones,
The
right?
two main ones in each city would be the All-Father, and the Amaltus clergy is not so much a religious group, but I would say the second largest temple in most cities would be theirs,
Mhm.
just because of
So many people follow the moon.
most people's beliefs about the moon, Amaltus. But yeah, those would be like the largest two.
Do they ever conversate with each other? Like, do they have like any type of tension between each other, like
not-
friendship or partnership?
Not so much tension. There's more of like
Struggle of power, like
A
balance
rivalry?
of power.
not really a rivalry either, because the head of the All-Father doesn't see the Amaltus clergy as a religion. It just it
Beneath me.
would and that's sort of
Yeah.
A do-gooder organization,
yeah, that's sort of their
thing.
view of it.
It's like the Salvation Army to
Goodwill.
a Christian religion
Oh,
type
yeah,
deal.
yeah,
Yeah, and then the Amaltus clergy just doesn't really care what other religions have to say. Their view is they're helping people,
We're doing things what we can.
Yeah.
Deal
Yeah.
with
So
day
we're
to day.
we're appeasing the moon, we're appeasing
Yeah.
the tides, and we're helping people.
What other religions are in Jatol specifically?
Like, would you say some major ones are?
There's platinum. There's a platinum dragon temple.
Hmm.
Bahamut?
Bahamut.
Mm-hmm.
What about Saluna? Because she's like the goddess of the moon in Forgotten Realms.
Not so
not-
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Elystrae.
Goddess of Moonlight.
No.
Yeah, not
What?
not really.
Because
Not
the
really a
moons are
temporal-
like gods, but not gods. Like, they're their own entities in religion, I guess.
Jatol is not so much a religious city.
Okay, so it might not be in Jatol, but like
Yeah, it could be
it
in
could be
other
places.
cities.
Gotcha.
Jatol is a merchant city.
Yeah.
First and
Money
They don't
foremost.
is
really care.
God.
Yeah, they don't really care. Yeah, that's fair.
Economy
There's
is God.
lots of
Economy
trading,
is religion.
lots of trading guilds in Jatol. Lots of you know,
Probably like a black market kind of thing there too.
could be, yeah.
Means yes. There always is. There's never not going to be
Yeah,
some sort of thieves guild.
I could see you winking. Oh shit, I was using the other eye.
And then you got from Jatol, no Church of the All Father, most followed religion in Vandalier, cathedral in most major cities. The head of that is called the High Wise. Typically a male half giant or giant.
Okay.
And they wear deep blue robes with and lined in silver.
Is this like an Odin situation? Or is All
Sort
Father
of. It's
like
very-
your own making? Is it Forgotten Realms?
No, All Father is definitely Forgotten Realms. It is the followers of the giant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it's
Um,
kind of like a mashup of Odin and the Frost Giants kind of deal.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, this elder priest has a and when you become a High Wise, you forego any other name. You are the High Wise.
Okay.
And that's what everyone calls him. Long, braided, white beard, bald head.
Does that mean giants are common, or half giants and giants?
Giants are
more
not common. But giants are pretty rare. Half giants are most likely a part of an All-Father clergy.
Okay.
And then-
Exclusively.
exclusively. Yeah. So bald head priest or the High Wise is bald, long braided white beard, and all junior priests below him are clean shaven.
Still bald.
Yeah, bald, clean shaven.
So that's
Monks.
like okay. So it's a religion thing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily okay. We only accept guys with male pattern baldness.
And they all wear intricate silver bracelets with a pattern that signifies their rank and position within the hierarchy. And in each city, they hold a grand feast of the All-Father, held on the first day of the first month of each year. It's a huge feast, usually in not in the church itself, but in a main fair in whatever city is they're in, and they allow the rest of the city to come and feast with them. They provide a large feast for the city.
All types of
Yeah, anyone's welcome to come. Yeah. That's about Church of the All-Father. Here, nope, don't want to do that. Almost deleted something. I know for Cagney and Trevor, most of this that I have is about Jatol. I'll go ahead and tell you, we are going to be starting the session in Jatol.
In what, like 20 minutes?
So we're not going to start the session today.
Right.
We're not going to play any today. This was just all about getting our characters defined, telling you guys lore about the world, having you tell me what lore you want there to be in the world, and defining who your characters are and stuff. And anything that you guys want to be put in, just tell me, and I'll write it down. Session 0. We're not gonna really do much actual gameplay today. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys a bunch about the world that you're living in case you wanted to, incorporate that into your backstory, or just tell me backstory stuff that you guys want to have, so that I can incorporate it into the world.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know a little bit about the underground criminal type stuff.
Okay.
From mostly where I'm from and where, I guess in Jatol as well, since I'm there now.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of major syndicates besides.
Do you think you would be part of an underground organization?
I would probably keep tabs, since that's kind of where my roots were when I came in the material plane, just to kind of know hey, what's going on here? Can I make any side money? Or is there anybody I might know here? Does my old group have a foothold here possibly? Might see any friends, or have somebody to reach out or anything like that. Yeah. And then I guess who I would have belonged to as far as underground stuff when I first came around. That might have helped me out or recruited me.
Okay. So in Zeta, an underground guild that heavily worked with the All Tides Merchant Guild, just because they move the most product, would be the Zinfandels.
Zinfandels?
Mm-hmm.
Can you spell that?
It's a nice wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly how you spell the wine. I'm not great at spelling, but it is exactly how you spell the wine.
Zin.
I know how to spell it.
You know how to spell that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's on bottles when we go to the wine section sometimes.
You read the bottles? I just look at the pretty
it's
colors.
pink.
Okay.
Yeah, it's made from grapes.
Sweet barrel
All
wine.
right, so Zinfandels
Mm-hmm. Zinfandels.
with a Z or is S
Z.
at the end?
Oh, S.
S, okay.
Yeah.
Zinfandels. Okay,
Um,
gotcha. And that's who I would have been a part of?
that's an underground group in Zeta South, they run an underground trade. Zeta South has a huge wine fields just below, towards the forest below Zeta, and they run it's a huge wine trade out of Zeta. But the Zinfandels are a black market group. They call themselves that to be a little cheeky, But yeah, that would be your seedy group in Zeta South that deals with the All Tides. The All Tides in itself is an upstanding merchant guild, but they do have people within it that trade things on the black market. That they're not everyone there is.
Every business has some child labor, apparently.
Yeah, they make their money in as many ways as they can.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had anything to do with anything that hurts people physically.
No,
slaving.
It's mostly underground trade of goods.
Yeah, I can do that.
Illicit materials and substances, things that people don't want to be seen trading between different
market
cities.
stuff, as opposed to
Zeta is a different government than Jatol and Yaving. They're
Got it.
completely different governments. Yeah.
What are the top races in the land? What do most of the is it different? Is there a difference between the east side and the west side?
It is mostly so. Most of the land, if you look at the map, it is mostly human.
Mm-hmm.
large elf and dwarf populations. Anything below that, you're looking at like a 1 in 10 to 1 in 15 ratio of whatever other race there is. I would say tieflings are a 1 in 40 in the population. Any race like Tabaxi, Leonin, stuff like that, also around 1 in 40. So they're there. There's a population because the cities are pretty big. So you see them. They're not as common as human, elf, or dwarf.
Well, like halflings or.
Yeah, and a wide variety of halflings, gnomes. Yeah, there's a good population of gnomes.
The core races.
Yeah. I would say anything outside of the core races, they exist. I mean, there's just some that they exist, but they're not, like, they're super rare. Like Etherians, very rare, but they present as human, mostly, or half-elf. Within the material plane most of the time with a bit of a glow to them, but there's genasies and stuff as well that sort of look different and everything. So it's not uncommon to see a different looking humanoid-like creature
and
not know exactly what they are. Genasies are elemental-based humanoid creatures, so you'll see some that are like blue and they're like dripping wet or sort of made of rock. And stuff like that.
Fire,
earth, fire,
elements,
water, and air.
Yeah.
Genasi.
Those exist as well. Also in the more rare 1 to 40 sort of.
Does he know about the whole tiefling ASMR thing? Because that would be pretty common knowledge, right?
Tiefling ASMR?
You're thinking
Azamar?
of Terrans. Terrans is the one you're thinking of, where it's for every
Ignore
tiefling
me.
that's born, an Azamar is made to
that's-
combat
Ignore me.
that.
yeah.
We're in too many
Yeah, that's
campaigns.
a
I'm
Terran
sorry.
that's
Yeah.
thing.
That's
Ignore
different.
me. Ignore me. Yeah.
Nerd.
What?
Yeah, there may be some humans that glow and have their Azamar, so which is a holy sort of the opposite of what a tiefling is, basically.
Divine
They're spectrum of it.
blood.
Yeah, they're by the gods put down to be part of the world, sort of thing. To also claim their hold on the material plane, as the devils and demons are trying to claim theirs.
So are they viewed as like more righteous than like the tieflings, or is it kind of just like an old wives' tale of what they like were supposed to come
Yeah,
from?
everybody has their own
opinion
goal and characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I would say in the world, tieflings are looked upon as being kind of like not, I wouldn't say necessarily evil, but
Yeah.
like
A product of their environment.
a darker race, and Asmars would be viewed as more of a light race, but
There
that
are
doesn't
bad
define the
gods.
characters.
Yeah, there are bad divine people, so that
Yeah.
doesn't.
they're not inherently evil or good, like
Right.
gods and devils and stuff like that. That's
But
just
the world does kind
peop-
of view them that
people
way.
Yeah.
people put them in a box,
Yeah.
that sort of, and then you
It's
just
black and white and not in grayscale.
Yep.
Like, or it's not. They don't see it as a spectrum because it would hurt their brains. Too much.
Yep. Yeah, and that just creates, struggle and story and stuff to build on and things like that. So it helps in storytelling, I don't know. Yeah. Just
I
an
mean-
avenue to use.
Okay.
Yeah, and the devils are like assigned sins, but like, indulgence in the said sins aren't necessarily bad. Like, there are healthy doses of it, but like if you go too crazy, it's like that kind of thing where it's not necessarily bad until you make it bad.
For the deities that we might want to worship or follow, do we need to, I guess, know or expound upon any of that stuff.
I mean, it's all the ones that are in the normal pantheon.
Right.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if anything specific should be known or done for anybody that we might follow or anything like that.
No, just the additions of, the only like huge addition is the moon of Amaltus that people worship is the only real big change or addition to it, and everything else is normal.
Cool.
The deities that people follow throughout the world. You'll see temples to different things, the Earth, the Wild Mother, and stuff throughout. So, yeah.
So there's not like any dead religions or old gods or whatever.
There was a war among the gods a long time ago, and that's why some people think
The little lady.
the little lady is a piece of a fallen god from that war that took place, and that's just things people say.
Yeah.
Um,
It's lore, myth
mhm,
type stuff.
yeah, no one knows what god it might be.
Bedtime
either.
stories.
Like it's just a myth. Like people just say it because they think it. Because its moon pattern is so irregular that it appears in different places, so people think it must be different.
Yeah.
Unnatural.
Yeah.
And that one's the 26th day. Yeah.
Yeah, the 26-day cycle. All right, so in Jatol, Ian, you would mostly know this, but the Altides Merchant Guild, and you're from Jatol too. You grew up there as well, but you guys arriving in Jatol, you would, depending on how long you would have been there, you would also see these people around. You'd notice them. The Altides is it's ran by 3 people. It's called the Owners Collective. And this policy was set in place upon its forming, so there's never a single person with more pull than another within the guild. These 3 all hold stationed in Jatol, but each have their own ports throughout Vandalier. And then I'll just tell you the 3 because you would have seen them working the ports or around town and stuff. Madras Gand, Madris Gand. It's a female half giant. It's large, muscular build woman with gray tanned skin and white hair, usually in a bun. Revered as the merchant mother. Doesn't frequent the ports as often as she does the All-Father Church. Mostly for paperwork needs. But you can see, growing up, she spent many years in her youth moving large cargo in and out of Jatol. And she has her own port in Zeta South. Copeland Truekin. Coppeland Truekin. It's male human, middle-aged with tan leather-like skin, dark black hair that is graying on the sides, and a salt and pepper beard trimmed to a point. An affluent individual who manages most of the books at his home port of Jatol, oversees most of the daily duties of the port. So you guys have mostly seen him outside the main warehousing compartment, notepad, telling people where to go and stuff like that. And Lambrin Coal, LMABRIN COAL. And this is a male dwarf. A stocky man that likes to show his strength, most likely seen shirtless, with a bushy brown beard adorned with gold beads. And he runs the cranes around the port and manages how other merchants interact with the Altides. He has a no-play attitude, always strictly business. And you guys most likely see him, yelling at people
On the docks.
on the docks, moving the cranes. How Jatola works, Altides is the main merchant. It's the largest one there. There are other merchants in Jatol that rent space from the Altides because they own most of everything. So, yeah, he's sort of their liaison. Yeah. There's no kingship in Jatol or like royal house or anything. There is a section that is where all the rich people live. But there's no there's no government presence in there other than the guards that are there from the other city of Yavin or Yavin, which is the main capital of the continent, just north of it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, why do they have guards from another city in there?
It's all ran by the same government. So those guards are stationed there just to keep peace.
Okay, so it's like a military base.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just no governing body in that specific city.
Gotcha.
So is there a governing body?
Yeah, it's in Yavin.
Who's the rulers then?
We'll get to that at another time. Yeah.
Is there more than one governing body in this?
Is it a monarchy or a democracy or a republic?
Each one is ran different. So there's on the main continent that you guys are on, there are 3 different governments, basically.
There's 3 or 4? 5, actually.
On this continent?
Well, if you don't include the dwarves and you don't include the
The
elves.
desert.
No, include the desert.
So if you don't include the elves and the dwarves, it's 3, yeah.
No, you're right. It's 4. It's 4. Sorry. It's 4. I forget. Or Zeta is its own governing body.
Right.
If you include that down there, there's 4. So Yavin, Jatol, and Drashburn are one government. Dalo, which is next to where you grew up, is its own government. With Surleto, which is a port on the left. Zario, which is like where all the crops come from, like that is mostly what they do. It's not really a government, it's more of like all the farmers take care of that land and watch over it and stuff. They have their own sort of township guard or militarized guard, but they don't really have a formal government. It's like a
shared.
No one's really gonna mess with them because they provide the food for everybody. Right.
Commune.
Yeah. And then there's Wimmery, which is the desert. It's its own government. So on the main thing, there's like 3 or 4. Then they all work nicely together. They're not in war with each other. They're not at odds. They are always trying to get the upper hand of like any government or like think of it like the U.S., Canada, Mexico kind of situation with all of them.
Borders but partnership.
Yeah. I know I'm downloading a lot of information to you guys right now, so.
My
Are
character's
there?
only gonna know some of it. So.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any?
It's mostly just to get a sense of the world.
Yeah.
Something how to say it. Are there any like groups, factions, or individuals that are, I guess, trying to upset the balance or the status quo?
Yep.
Would we know about any of them, or any of us know about any of them?
I know about some.
Yeah. Ian.
Some, part of some.
Yeah, Ian would definitely know about some.
I'm in one too, but
Yeah.
I don't know the full extent of it, so I'm more of a body, a recruit.
I'd say your group would probably be ones trying to keep status quo, rather than upset any other group.
Trying to make everybody friends.
Yeah, exactly. The Friends of Truth.
But does
Yeah.
that mean your goal is religious conquest by making other friends of truth, or conversion?
So for like the believers of truth, it's something that is like you have to be born into. So it's not something that's necessarily spread. It's kind of like built from within.
Okay.
Because like it was something that one of the very first settlers of our like little village area came across of one night when there was no moons in the sky.
Oh.
So
okay.
he was like kind of like this first true, like I wouldn't say prophet, but just like a scribe of what his dreams or nightmares were. We don't know exactly if they were dreams or nightmares, but it was some type of, it was a dream.
So he dug up the Book of Mormon.
I was gonna ask.
I mean, this is
What are his thetan levels?
Okay, so what would that be?
What?
Thetan
What?
levels.
What is it? Scientology.
Oh.
Well, we have to do the little process first.
Right.
We gotta tap in.
That's cool.
All right, that's cool. Good to know. Good to know. Awesome.
So no religious conquest. That's good.
No religious conquest. Trying to maintain the status quo, and make sure that everyone is prosperous. But there are situations in which that you have to make difficult decisions to maintain that status quo. So like someone that would be sent out from this village to do whatever is thought of by a committee or whatnot in the village, they would be the ones that would go out and take care of tasks that may or may not be okay in a moral sense.
Nice. I love it.
I think.
Great. That gives me a lot to work with right there.
Is there some sort of like consensus or myth on why the Allfather is such a prominent religion
Yes.
with how few giants
Yes.
there are?
Thank you. It is believed that
Speaking of religious conquest.
the giants ruled this earth for so long, and during that battle with the gods, the giants were drug into it and almost eradicated. And it is believed that they were the turning tide in the war that saved the planet.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is mostly the message from the temples of the Allfather.
That's
That is
the-
most of their preaching.
The 10,000-foot view.
So it's kind of similar to Ian's world where the dragon pantheon is more prominent because of the dragon war type deal.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it was
Yeah.
such a momentous
Mhm.
deal.
And people, followers of the Allfather, and stuff, and they since the giants were like mostly eradicated, like and stuff. If you have giant lineage in you or giant blood in you, you're always welcome at the Church of Nullfather.
So you wouldn't be if you weren't?
They do welcome all believers and stuff, but like
to be a member
You
of
get
their
the Disney
clergy.
fast pass.
yeah, you get the
Okay.
you get benefits. You
You're not a VIP.
yeah,
It's like the Amalta Syndicate, but for giants.
yeah, basically.
Okay, gotcha.
And
Oh,
actually
giant
recognized.
blood. Yeah.
Yeah, vastly recognized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And those, and the non-giants that do worship and go to the All-Father Church, they are strong believers in the praise of the giants for saving lands.
Okay. Gotcha. Interesting. And yet, there's no issue with the worship of other gods because of that war? Or was there a stigma about it after the war because it was the giants versus the gods?
It wasn't a giants versus the gods, it was gods versus gods.
Okay.
And one side brought the giants in to help sway
Okay.
the outcome.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So are those gods that went against the giants sort of a stigmatized thing if you worship them?
Typically it would be let me get back to you on that one.
Okay. Because then you'd have to make distinctions between gods.
Yeah.
And then that's a whole thing.
Yeah. So yes. I need to get back to you on which ones.
Okay. No, that's fine. I mean, it's just like world building. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like, I'm pretty sure my guy just is moons. That's all he cares about is moons. No gods or whatever. None of the gods look like me, so why should I worship them kind of deal.
Asmodeus.
Not Asmodeus, though.
He's the
He-
god.
Well, he's the Redskin, right?
Hmm? Yeah.
He's Redskin.
Hmm.
I guess not.
Doesn't mean you can't worship him.
This is the constant, like, oh my god, yes, I know Asmodeus is cool, thank you. We get it. It's like, used to super revere you, and then now you won't shut the fuck up about Asmodeus, and so he's just like, uh-huh, yeah, let's bring back Asmodeus.
So Trevor, when we actually play, it's gonna go a little bit different. This is more of like an open talking session about the world and
discussion
everything.
and
Yeah. When we play, I'll be giving you, sort of, or when we start, I'll be giving you like a first passage of a book of like what's happening and how you all met and where you are and what you're doing, and I'll sort of introduce you like coming on the screen for the first time, kind of thing, in a narrative way like that, and then then it's sort of up to you to and you guys to talk and figure out what you're doing based on the information. I'll give you information, like I'm not going to leave you hanging just to figure out something to do in the world. I have a direction for you guys to go and, things to do, an overarching storyline, but yeah, and then, basically just talk it out with everyone and stuff, and then if battle happens, we'll be rolling a bunch of dice.
We'll have like an objective of
Yeah,
what we're supposed to be
it'll
doing.
be an objective and stuff that I'll give you that I don't want to really reveal yet because it's the story drop that I'm gonna do when we start playing and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna stay up.
Oh, you're fine.
You like it long ways like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little better.
Yeah.
For the app, or well, I use
You
the
don't
website.
have to
not
scroll down and up as
Yeah.
much. Helps.
Okay.
I'm set.
Huh?
So I'm set with my questions at least.
Is there
Yeah.
anything that you guys would like to see in the world? Things that
I mean, this is more of a character, personal thing, but if you have an idea for the brand and what it might look like,
Okay.
we can work on that.
Yeah.
But that'll be like, I don't know where it would be.
Mhm.
Maybe on like the back. or
It's gonna
something.
be the center of your back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking exactly. Okay, cool, perfect, aligned.
Yeah. I can show you what it looks like.
Oh, you already have it made?
Mm-hmm.
Never send me shit.
Well, it's drawn. It's drawn right here.
It's
Drone?
It's drone.
It's drawn.
Yeah.
It's drawn right here.
Drone. Yeah.
It's drawn right here.
You think you were the one drinking and not him? Shit.
Yeah, this is just Mountain Dew.
So
Do the deal.
who wants to stay for another 3 hours and play?
You are chomping at the
Because I
bit.
really want to. Yeah.
Well, next week is probably not gonna happen because he's gonna have like a group of people in town.
Yeah. So,
Just
what?
so we should play now.
six. Just 6.
What do you mean?
He has a group coming from Colorado and New York, a bunch of
Florida.
friends
Yeah.
coming into town for the
Guys that
weekend.
used to live with us here when we were in the military and things like that, and they're coming from like 3 different states.
What days?
They're
Thursday
coming the
through Monday.
23rd through the 27th, which is
Thursday
Thursday
through
through
Monday.
Monday, which is why I'm going to be out Thursday, and I'm going to be at least late on Monday session as well, because some of them don't fly out till like 7:30 at night. So, but
That's what I'm
Tor
saying. We should just play right now.
will be
I
available for
haven't.
both though.
I don't have.
Things
Let's not
fleshed
put you
out.
on the spot
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, because you probably weren't planning on actually
there's
rolling the
some
session.
things I still
Yeah.
need to write for the start.
Plus, it'll give me time to, if y'all want me to draw your characters, send me descriptions in Discord and like references and stuff. Or if you want to draw your own, like I know you're gonna draw your own, so.
I was thinking about it.
But yeah, that'll give me time to. It could help with like introductions if we have like a week separated, so we can do it the week after next.
Well,
instead.
so, all right. So, not this. What's today? Sunday.
So it's coming.
Yeah,
This
Sunday.
coming up Thursday is when they start landing,
Gotcha.
and they start landing at like 6.
What's your
So-
next week look like, Trevor?
I don't start my second team work until like February 9th or 10th, so
Okay.
pretty much open.
Do you guys want to do Tuesday?
Can you do Tuesday? I think we
Yeah.
can do that. Yeah.
I don't work Tuesdays.
Are you sure?
Mondays, Wednesdays.
Okay. Yeah.
Until we
Tuesday
start.
works.
Until we start new markets. Yeah.
Like not tomorrow, but the next day.
No, I meant the next week's Tuesday. We could do not tomorrow, but the next day, Tuesday. But I meant the following
week.
Tuesday. But I mean, if you guys wanted to do this coming Tuesday and the next Tuesday,
I prefer to play now.
Ian, we can't play right now. Okay. I didn't know the characters that we're playing, so for the start.
This is for
I would
everybody.
like to.
Everybody's on the same.
I would
page,
like to
yeah.
write everyone's introduction, how I start a campaign and how you guys fit in and why you would all be in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
That I needed to know what your characters were and their backstories so that I could write that in and why you're with each other, sort of thing. So that's the only reason we
Take
can't play
some time.
today
Yeah,
because
just give it like 20 minutes. And then
We'll have a halftime and then we'll come
Yeah,
back.
yeah. I mean, that
No.
should work. I don't think we have anything on Tuesday.
Are you
Yeah.
okay with this coming Tuesday?
Yeah, the only date that I wouldn't be able to do if we continue to do on Tuesday is the 4th,
Mhm.
because I'm going to New Orleans.
I'd like to continue it on Sundays.
Sundays.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But this is just for.
If he can't play next Sunday, then we could do these following Tuesdays
Mhm.
and then
And then
go back to a
back to
Sunday
Adjust a
schedule.
little bit, yeah.
And then go back to Sundays.
That way we don't have to miss an entire week.
Yeah.
It should work, yeah.
And I know, so we're supposed to have Shiler and McLean also, but
Mhm.
they got the job at the coffee shop,
Yeah.
which is they they let me know in private that, you know,
Not gonna happen.
it's that not that it's not like they're not ever gonna be here, but that their schedule is so in the air that it's very hard for them to
A lot
lock
of people,
down
yeah, a lot
lock
of people
down
that
a
work at
day,
that
especially
place.
when the coffee shop just opened back up and they really want the job, so they want to have the open availability to be able to work there,
Yeah.
so that they're not like, you know.
I think
Until-
4 people is good too. you
Until
know?
this
Yeah.
starts paying at least.
yeah, exactly.
Which you will.
Yeah.
Then you can quit the coffee shop and just play full time.
But the space feels good for 4 people. I feel like if we had
Yeah.
one more person on each side, it'd be a little cramped.
A little bit.
I think
Going
it'll
to
be all right.
those,
But we also,
yeah.
it also like, you know, it
Yeah.
goes to the corners. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if we need to, it's possible. But
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
not, it's good as is.
Are there any things that I need to expound on, or do you have any tips? So like if I go home and like I want to like think about this or that or whatever.
Player's guide.
Honestly, dude, the biggest thing I would probably tell you is to just have fun.
Yeah,
Everything
actually, yeah. I
usually-
mean, if you want to, this is the player's handbook. So
Okay.
it's basically a rundown of how to play D&D, what to expect in gameplay and
I don't
stuff.
want it to be a surprise.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it's more
and
fun.
too.
It promises
plus
more
when
fun that
you
way.
read it in the book, it's a lot of words being thrown at your face that you don't really know how to apply
yeah, exactly.
until you actually play.
Honestly-
and then you're like, oh, that makes sense.
I didn't read the player's handbook until like 6 years into
I've never
playing
read
D&D.
Still haven't read it. Like 3 pages maybe.
Right.
Terrible.
Go there for reference for
Hey,
stuff.
but are we good players?
Yes, you are. So
Yeah,
it's,
that's
it's,
what I thought.
it's all about, honestly, it's all about, so there are like the rules in D&D
Yeah.
about what happens and things like that. Some of them, I like a game style that is not so locked in. Like some things, if it makes for good story, I will allow it to happen. You just need to ask me.
Okay.
If you're trying to do something, give me the reasons that it would happen, or and then I can also justify reasons why it would or wouldn't happen and stuff like that within the world. So it's not linear. It's all a hodgepodge, and we're just here to tell a good story and have a good time and have fun
That's
and
the
fight
joy of it.
monsters
Yeah.
and overcome
Adversity.
adversity and
That's the joy of it, is you can literally do anything. If you want to beat a kobold to death with a kobold, another kobold, you can do that.
yeah,
If you want to seduce a
that
dragon,
it is a character choice. It
Yeah.
will have consequences.
Yeah.
You know, based on
Yeah.
what you do in the game. You know, it will have consequences. And listen, your characters might die. You know, don't be discouraged from death as well in the game, because death also makes, it's a part of storytelling, and it can be a way to end someone that you might not want to play anymore, or you thought you were playing the character you wanted to play, but you feel like you want to play something different now. You can tell me that in private, and then we can come up with a good end to your character, or it might happen without you knowing, without actually talking about it beforehand.
You just
But
might
don't-
die in a battle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know?
We could all die by
And,
making a dumb decision.
and that's gonna suck if or when it happens, and we can all be sad in the moment, but don't let it discourage you from playing, because it is a part of the game.
Yeah.
And as if your character dies, it's not like you're out of the game. We'll roll you a new character and introduce you somehow,
Okay.
kind of thing. Yeah.
So like, do I can go home and like just think about like a backstory with like the village and stuff
Mhm.
that you
Yeah.
should have.
Yeah, that'd be great. Anything you want to do. Ian wrote me.
Mine's done.
I've got paragraphs of stuff that Ian's told me. I've talked with Tor about a lot of her stuff for her character and everything. So, and then that was mostly what today was about. Was
Solidifying.
a little face-to-face backstory talk and explaining the world to you guys. So yeah, definitely write anything down that you want to have happened in your guy's life, or where he's come from and how or why he is the way he is, and then I'll incorporate that into the world as best as I can. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got my backstory idea for you. I've been thinking about it for a couple minutes now,
Okay.
so I'll send that to you.
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
And then Tuesday.
What time?
Yeah, what time, everybody?
We have all day.
I mean,
Well,
if we start earlier, we can get done earlier and or play longer,
yeah.
possibly.
I like the 3 o'clock. Do you guys mind 3 o'clocks? No?
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
It just means, we can go late if we need to, and if we get done in the normal amount of time, it's not too late to, go home and stuff. Yeah.
Well, we do still have to think about the dogs
Yeah.
and
And
stuff
making
and
dinner.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking
Yeah.
3 o'clock, because, a normal session is about 4 hours
Yeah.
with a little break in between.
We could bump it up
I
just
was
a
gonna
couple
say,
hours and have like a late lunch together.
I was gonna
before
say
we
like
go
maybe
home.
1 o'clock.
Is that too early?
I know you guys like to stay up late and
Two-
sleep in.
two o'clock?
1 o'clock is too early.
2 o'clock?
1 o'clock's too early.
Meet in the middle of that, I guess.
Two
Yeah,
is
2
fine,
o'clock?
yeah. That works. We just
Right.
would like to be, if we go late, not too late, we'd like to be home like before 8 to feed the children and let them. I don't know if
Well,
it'll
if
go
you-
6 hours, but it
If
might.
you eat
so.
after 8, you're gonna have nightmares. Though, too.
I don't think there's a time in which this would ever go 6 hours. Just so
You
that.
say that.
Well, yeah.
You say
Yeah.
that.
Sometimes in-person sessions do
Some
last
people are
a
chomping
long
at the
time.
bits right now.
But,
So.
but I'm just thinking.
Let's go another 4.
I'm also just thinking in a viewer's perspective.
Yeah.
No one's gonna want to watch
It's a long
sit
haul.
and watch 6 hours. I would break that into 2 3-hour sessions. But,
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, so tentatively right now, 2 o'clock Tuesday.
2 on Tuesday.
Perfect.
2.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to draw everyone in that time, so. But
You already
I'll
got
do my
yourself
best.
finished pretty much.
Not finished. It's more of a rough draft.
Human barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
120 years old.
Damn.
What?
Lineage is a little bit different than just like normal
Variant
Yeah,
human?
yeah.
humans. Yeah.
All right, me and you can keep these 2 alive. The squishies. Actually,
Damn.
I'm not
I'm
much
gonna
more.
I'm gonna be like a baby. I'm 20.
Do you look
We're,
old?
we're all babies.
I haven't
What?
determined that
Well,
yet.
me
Okay.
and you are babies. I still look like I'm in my
I know I'm
20s.
But
6'10".
you've been
Okay.
existing for
See,
far
actually,
longer
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah, let's talk about all this stuff now.
Ish.
What?
His what he looks like is
Hmm.
if he looks old and everything.
Tor, your character is 20 something?
20.
20?
Youngin. Real young.
My-
You also said yours
Mine
was
looks like, well, because you said I was looking at 35 years in the Ethereum plane.
yeah, but you don't
Yeah.
age the same as
So I look like I'm like 22, 23.
Okay.
Like pretty young still.
nice.
Chaotic neutral alignment. Believer of truth. Gender is undetermined. But hair is thinning, purple eyes, green skin with patches of white, 120 years of age, medium size, 6'10", 340.
Green skin.
6'10".
Green skin.
That's
with patches of
medium?
white.
That's
Holy
the biggest
shit.
size
Well,
they have.
The size for a player character is typically medium,
Medium.
unless you're playing a class that starts at large, which
Mhm.
it is only that way.
If you're playing one of the new monster classes.
Yeah, something
Green
like that.
skin with what?
With patches of white. But they're
Like
not
like
like...
vitiligo?
So you're a variant human.
Yes.
Wait, you said you were lineage?
Lineage, we mean.
So are you reborn?
Like your species.
Yeah.
Oh, it's human.
Oh, okay.
It's just not... they are human in every sense of the word. It's just their appearances are different because of some of the practices the believers of truth do
Sweet.
that cause certain type of. Not everyone is purple with green or
Gotcha,
purple
gotcha.
eyes with green and white patches. It kind of varies based on.
Do you know what vitiligo is?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it
so-
like that or?
So it's not. It's more like that and not like a uniform.
Okay.
So it can be kind of spotty, whatever.
Because some people have symmetrical vitiligo as well. So is it more asymmetrical and
Yeah.
just random?
It's asymmetrical, but it's very light. It only covers like 20 to 25% of the body.
And is it like orcish green or like a light?
More olive.
More like
olive
tan
green.
olive
Yeah.
green?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like Shrek, but
Yeah.
it's more or less. It's probably a little bit lighter than like that.
It's not that
Okay.
green.
Yeah.
So this is more of a foresty green. You
Yeah.
want it more olivey, like a yellow tone.
So kind of like this-ish.
No. I don't see anything in here.
I'm trying to see.
Because like if you're thinking about a green olive, that's
like
more
that-
of a yellow
that
tinted.
outside. Well, that's not green. Is it the outside side?
This is olive.
That's olive.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe a little,
darker.
with a little bit
Yeah,
more yellow.
Darkish olive.
Yellow
This-
tinted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is more of
A little
a.
brighter, but a little yellow tinge to it.
Okay. Yeah. It's a little orcish because
Yeah.
most orcs tend to have like a olive toned skin.
Um,
with
you guys don't know what orcs are.
okay, that's fine. Or goblins? Are goblins a thing either? Or
No,
kobolds?
no. Kobolds.
Dragonborn aren't?
Dragonborn are.
Okay.
They're just rare.
Kobolds might be seen in the mountains. It's not like they're running around the cities or
They're like-
anything.
Commanded by dragons that are hidden kind of deal?
Maybe, yeah.
Like the.
Wild races.
Mm-hmm.
Those are more of like probably like one in. Well, they're not going to be in the big metropolitan cities. They're
Yeah.
gonna be more spread out.
They're like, yeah, you wouldn't see them. Yeah, I can't even put like a 1 in 1,000 on it.
Some of
'cause
us
there
might
be
have
a
very,
very
very
You'd
rich
have
people.
to actively be seeking them out in order to
in
find
order to
one.
find
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Interesting. So orcs are not a thing. Giants are more would be more common than orcs. Do orcs just not exist, or we just don't know about them?
They probably stay like hidden.
You don't really know about them.
Okay.
Yeah. Same with goblins. They don't. Yeah. If they did exist, they might be fairy tales that people tell.
Yeah. They don't try to do any crazy invasion stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Are there descriptions of the monsters that are being fought on the New World?
We said that people were telling stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, tales of massive beasts and warriors the size of houses are told in the taverns of the mainland. So people in bars and taverns are just telling stories that they may have heard or heard that they're fighting massive beasts and warriors the size of houses.
Wait, so are
Wait,
they
wait.
fighting giants?
I was gonna say,
Are they
giants?
killing giants? Uh-oh.
Well, there's other races that are that big too, like a lot.
What?
'Cause
Who, like who?
One thing, a house,
Who is that?
a
big?
one-story house isn't that big.
Okay.
Technically, I mean,
It's, to be a being that is that size, yes, that's big.
compared to us, yeah. But I mean, as far as D&D
It's bigger
creatures
than a
go, I mean,
freaking
it's
elephant. It's like,
elephant's about the size of a one-story house.
are you smoking something? Because that is
Not
not,
right now.
true at all.
What?
A
Elephant is
mammoth,
an
maybe.
elephant?
No, an elephant would stand as tall as your guys' house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as tall as, but
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
as big as.
Well, he didn't. Well, we don't know what they're talking about. They weren't. We don't know.
You said
we
These are-
didn't question them.
These are drunken tales told in taverns about the wars happening.
So it's like.
But there's no
approximate, like,
first-hand accounts or anything.
we don't know.
Unless you believe that you're talking to one of
The actual
the soldiers and most likely within the 4 years of the war, nobody's sailed there and sailed back after fighting.
Oh.
Might be full of
That's
shit.
a little morbid.
So we don't know who to trust, and there's so many, like,
Gotta go see for ourselves.
Yeah, there's yeah, you might think someone has talked to someone and that is why they're telling, but it's up to you guys to, believe what you want to believe.
My sister's husband's cousin.
Yeah, those are like that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they're saying in the bars and stuff, or around the streets.
But then how would any account get
There's
hacked?
war-
Are there
there's-
letters being written?
There's like war propaganda that's posted around the towns, like enlist now type stuff and things like that. They're in most of the cities.
Go
And
claim your land in the new world.
yeah, in the port,
God.
Jatol is the main.
manifest.
Yeah,
The Allfather wants you.
yeah. Jatol is the main port that's shipping out most of these soldiers. Also, so it's a heavy soldier presence here. A lot of the houses have been turned into
Barracks and stuff like
barracks
that.
and holding
granaries,
places.
Yeah.
They don't really live there. They just come and stay for the night before they get on the ship to leave,
Halfway house.
kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, it's very, very strong presence of that right now. Yeah. Lots of war propaganda everywhere also.
Fun.
Yeah.
Are there any groups in Jatol that are pacifists that are opposing the
Yeah.
The
war?
hippies.
Yeah, there's a few. I would say they don't really have a name, but there are those people and groups of people that sort of protest
Okay.
the war and are subsequently, either jailed or beaten by soldiers if they get too rowdy or gain a large enough crowd. They could be corralled and put into a holding place, but it does happen. A lot of the land, they were happy. This country was happy. Everyone was safe. The nobles, the lords, they want more. It's greed. They go out and explore, and now there's a war because they found land that has more resources. And a lot of the
They wanna
country,
exploit.
is like, why we have all we need here? Do we really need more? Sort of thing. And do I have to send my kids to go die for more land that you want? Kind of thing. So that's a big.
Heretic.
Yeah, that's also a big thing within the country. Yeah.
Okay.
Some people are very for it. Some people are very against it.
Peace breeds boredom,
Yeah.
and boredom breeds greed.
Say mostly for the merchants, it's money.
Yeah.
It's money for them. Yeah.
Need our coin.
Yeah.
And whoever's arming these guys is making them play too.
Yep. Money for the army.
Well, I was thinking like weapons, like blacksmiths and
Mm-hmm.
those kind of businesses.
Yep.
Armaments.
The
ironmongers.
the four nations are all sending their own troops to this forefront. With so in Jatol you'd see different regiments of different plated armor from different governments around here, all working together to go get on ships and
Yeah,
Go
you got
out.
The Earth Nation and the Air Nation, and the Water Nation, and Fire Nation attack.
Yeah.
How prominent are like other realms, like ethereal realm, fey realm, type stuff? Are those gonna be a factor at all? or no?
Magicians are magical based and arcane based people would know about other realms. Commoners,
Fairy tales.
they have no idea, what magic can do.
I know of
Mhm.
one realm other than
Yeah,
like the 9 hells.
yeah, and there are beliefs like that the realms of the gods and the devils and everything like that, but like no one, not like very little people would even think about an ethereal plane
Yeah, it's not common knowledge.
or the Feywild or something like that.
You should go down to that magic school.
Druids would be more inclined to know what the Feywild is, and followers of the Earth Mother and stuff. Yeah, most like it's very much a it's not called heaven and hell, but it's very much a heaven and hell ideology from all the citizens of this land. Like that's where they think
It's the upper and
the
lower,
gods.
upper and lower planes.
Yeah, the
So-
good and evil planes.
I guess that would mean the original native species of each plane kind of tend to stick to their planes.
Yeah. There's not a lot
Obviously
of crossover.
not you, but like
Most of them do. He's one of very few.
yeah. But
Yeah.
what about elves? 'Cause since they're technically fae.
We said elves are one of the prominent races around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they know that they're fae, or is that something so far lost to them that they don't even know?
The elves in this world, think of like the elves of Lord of the Rings, where they
They have a
know-
promised land.
They have a place across the sea that they
Mhm.
believe is their holy beginnings, sort of thing. But
So they're crossing to the fae realm.
when they think the sea, you know, it has been
astral
lost
sea.
through time
The passageway.
for them. You know,
Oh,
it is they don't, but it's still in their writings. Through the sea is where we're from.
It's more of a vague,
Yeah, it's sort of the
overarching.
the sea. They see the sea as the ocean, but we as players would know the sea is crossing the plane.
Yeah.
That's the sea.
Okay. So it's pretty lost to even them.
Mm-hmm.
How prominent are other classes like wizards and druids and other like casters and things like that?
Yeah. There's plenty of.
Okay, so it is a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tons of everything. Most everything that's in D&D, would
Got it.
exist in this world. It's just, if that person is that thing. I have lists of people that are certain things. So yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna find a fighter in a coliseum, and you're gonna find a wizard down on the island of Anon. You know.
Arnon.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, the mages of Arnon would definitely know about the different realms, and all of them to their extent. You would think. I mean, you wouldn't know that, but above the table, yes, that is the other realms exist.
Okay, I guess that kind of leads into how much magical knowledge am I getting being a part of the Amalta Syndicate and having innate magical powers? Are they able to nurture it, or like?
They're not really teaching you magical powers,
Okay.
or how to hone your magical ability. They are. Cedron is he's a little more versed in that sense, and he understands that you have a gift.
You're a sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily know what to do with it because you don't know the origins of it as well. But following along with your friends and seeing what works and what doesn't is sort of guided you into a way of being able to control some of your powers.
Okay. I was just trying to think because of the scribe background and wondering if like the Amaltus libraries have, some sort of not plentiful, but some
they do
magical
have
based
magical
things.
teachings. It's not a lot. It's not like a library, a mage's library or magic and stuff like that. And most of their books that they wrote are
Religious.
moon cycles of the moon and stuff like that, and why we worship and what could happen if we don't and things like that. Mostly like it would be like reading the Bible to try and learn how to do alchemy kind of thing. Those
some
are
stuff in there.
those
like,
are the books. Yeah, those are the books. like, you know, blood to wine. That's in there somewhere, but how to do it and stuff. There might be a book on how they think it happened. You know, like, that's a correlation. I'm not saying that's what's in the books there, but you know, that is that would be the extent that would be in the Maltese clergy book-wise on, you know, how your powers are manifesting.
Trying to decide if like he has any control or if he just sneezes and shit comes out.
You definitely have control.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like
Because like that's something that's learned and taught over the years.
It's like what? Starting at level 1, you just now at 20 years old, you have just now been able to control what you currently have.
Yeah.
And
But-
going on from there, you're going to have to learn to be able to control future spells that you take.
Yeah. It's no sneezing out firebolts anymore.
Yeah, you definitely have control. It's not like it's just random stuff that's happening.
But like, I have set some places on fire on accident in my childhood.
You have,
For sure. I also have.
you also,
But I know where my shit comes from.
since yours is
And I
also,
asked to do it.
Yeah.
since yours is also a little different, you have figured out that the moon does control some of your powers. You know, and that's something that, you know, we already talked about the phases of the moon and you being
What
able to cast
spells I'm
different
able
spells.
to, have access to in that day.
Yeah. And it, I'm choking on a chip. But yeah, that's, I mean,
Okay.
you feel like you get some of your power from the moon because it changes on different cycles.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I've never played a sorcerer before, so. And the last time I played a full caster was a wizard, and I played him for one session.
Get
And
ready.
even wizards make more sense to me because they had to learn it and not be born with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or even warlocks who have to make a pact with someone to be like, give me magic. It'd be fun though.
Yeah. Sometimes warlocks don't even know they made a pact when they
Yeah.
were. Yeah.
A lot of hexblades happen to have that. They just pick something up on accident and they're like, well, you're pacted to me now, hello.
This is really cool.
I demanded my ability.
Demanded.
It's less asking and more saying, you're going to give this to me.
Any other questions, Trevor?
No. Just do some homework.
Yeah.
Some story building.
Are we taking these with us or are we leaving them here?
What, the character
paper?
sheets? I would prefer if they were left here.
Yeah.
Just
Good.
so I can keep track of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can just leave everything where it is on the table when we leave today. It'll be right there. I don't have much more. Yeah. I don't know.
Tuesday?
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Thanks for hanging out with us. If you're watching, if you happen to watch this, I know this wasn't a normal D&D session. It's a session 0. It's meant to be, you know, an open ground talking conversation place for the start of a campaign. So next Tuesday, which we'll stream live on Tuesday on Twitch, on YouTube. This will be always available the following day. So like today's Sunday, YouTube will be available on Monday at Cast Awaken on YouTube. Thank you guys for hanging out. Love to see you here next time.
Wait, are we playing this Tuesday or next?
Both.
We're playing both. Okay,
Yeah.
so you said next Tuesday, so I'm
Yeah.
making sure
This coming
this
Tuesday.
is the next time it's coming on.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. And I don't have an ending screen for this yet, so we're just gonna
Just put up the map of
Bye.
Vanderveer on it.
You making one on the stream deck right now?
trying to.
Hey, that'll do it.
Nobody look at us right now.